those videos are from Red Squirrel. Absolutely breathtaking, so cool. I love them all. But I want to play Rip City's video that we played at the Panama conference, which has quite a bit of your art in it as well. So let's play that one real quick for these people.
Okay.
Cole Nova is here, he's the leader of Alpha, leading the charge. Yeah. With his main man Heavy, hit up right by, hit his side at the raid. Together they fight, and guards their corridor, rich and valor, fighting for good. They refuse to back down in this war for justice. They wear the crown. Cole Nova and Heavy Hitter, they rise from the dust. For their cause, they never back down. With Big Boy Leroy, his feet firmly underground. In the face of danger, they fight through it all. Champions of hope, they rise to the top. Through shadows of doubt, they light up the way. With power and purpose, they seize every day. Their enemy tremble in the dark. Cole Nova and Heavy Hitter are heroes embark in the big galaxy that's covered by night. They bring the fire and ammunition to ignite. For it's Alpha they serve, their honor was true. Cole Nova and Heavy Hitter, they rise from the dust. Fighting for the cause, they never back down. With Big Boy Leroy, his feet firmly on the ground. In the face of danger, they fight through it all. Champions of hope, they rise to the top. For every shadow, they bring the light. Cole Nova and Alpha, defenders of the right.
Hey kids, this is Pulse Ray Vision coming to you live from Cuatro Cinco Studios in my mom's basement. And I am joined with the lovely Smo Spider here on stream. I'm always like, Smo, jump in here. Because you're always at least in the chat, you know? And so I'm like, just get in here. And today we were lucky enough to have her. Say hi to the folks, Smo.
Hey there. Yeah, I'm feeding my dog her bone right now. It's that time of day, and I'm kind of like, it's been a long day today, and it's been really fun, and I'm learning a lot just from listening to like videos from last night or this morning, and I'm like, wow, I'm like so amazed by everything and so thankful,
Oh, I appreciate that, and I'm glad to be a part of that group. Last night it was a sleepy tea roulette show. Like, it was pretty late, and we were joined by Crypto Compassion and Hexfire.io creator Crispy Man, and they were bringing some really good alpha to the charts and what some of the things that these OA addresses, daughter addresses, and basically the big boys of Hex have been doing with staking. And it was really fascinating. If you haven't watched that one, I definitely would recommend going back and listening to the parts that Crispy Man and John Boy were talking about. So, yeah, we've got Crypto Cat 46. I don't see Red Squirrel. This must be like midnight wherever he lives or something. Good afternoon. Happy President's Day. Happy President's Day to you. Evening, gents. I am closing in on the #1 spot for dark on the coinmarketleague.com. Nice. We'll definitely be going through that here on Its Votes. It's President's Day. No wonder there's no mail. Yep. Nope. I don't mind. Pulse Chain says, I checked also today. Says Ted Nelson. Here for quality entertainment as well. Why go anywhere else? Thank you very much, Mix, aka J Soul. Believe in Yourself says, here for the mellow tunes of Pulse Ray Vision. Yeah, Believe in Yourself has quite the velvet voice himself. 10 Tops in the house. What's up, Hexicans? Patrick's here in my 3 stages voice. Hey, Schmo. Pretty good. Pretty good. All right. Now we've had an insane, like yesterday we went live, and after I went to bed, like right after I went to bed, that the scrape button was murdered. It was abused. It was beaten to to like a pulp. It was completely drained. So like you can still go click on it and pay the fee, but it tells you at the top. It's like there's only a zero. You can't type a number into it. So we rolled. We had 14,000 dark in the jackpot. Now we have over 31,000 dark in the jackpot. Like that's bananas. Bananas, man. Throw the bananas up in chat, because this whole ride has been bananas. And I thought that we had launched at the perfect time and we were all going to go up. And I was wrong. I was wrong about that. I was very wrong about that 80 something days ago when we rolled this out. So that's neither here nor there. If you guys want to, there we go, Tin Top. We got the bananas. Ted Nelson, bananas. We got the bananas going on. What was I going to say? I forgot my train of thought completely with the bananas and the Three Stooges voice.
Mission is the bananas, but it's good bananas, right?
Yeah, bananas are good. It's a good bananas. It's like happy absurd versus like, oh no, what am I going to do? Absurd. So and believe in yourself. Also throw bananas in chat. I love it. I absolutely love it. Yeah, I was going to just talk about that insane pump in the jackpot. Like, who would have known? Pretzels are good too. Thanks, believe in yourself. No one knew when they were minting.
Scraped about 7 times over the since you started it.
What's that?
I've been scraping the 40. Is it 50 or 40?
It's like 50 at a time.
Yep. And I've been scraping. I scraped 7 times so far.
Wow. So, and every time you scrape, there's about 200 that show up in the jackpot. So that means that you would have added like 1,400 dark to the jackpot just by yourself alone.
That's the result. Yes.
And Ted Nelson, who has read the book, Rings of Dust, along with CryptoCat 46 and Patrick Astro and stuff, they've all read the book, and he says, BitBoy, he's bringing bananas to BitBoy. That's very thoughtful. I love that. The link to join, as always, is in our Telegram, and it's also on Twitter above here. And so if you guys want to jump in and say hi, ask any questions, or just bring up any subject, that's always welcome. Let me share my little screen here and show you guys what we're talking about. There we go. So our favorite website in the entire world is agproject.io. And if you go here to the mint button, we're counting down to the next chance to mint Journey 3. Some people had an inkling during the minting phase of what may or may not happen, with the hack of the evil addresses lottery winnings. But most people just believed that, hey, this is cool. I want to win the lottery. I want to collect some yield, and I believe long-term in dark matter and anti-gravity project. And so they minted out of faith. And as you can see, we got 7 days, 15 hours, almost 16 hours before we can mint again. So if you're not collecting the dark at these low prices, or this is just a great opportunity, I would say, to grab some dark. You never know. Every time we have a lottery, Hex and Pulse Chain crash, and I'm beginning to think that we're causing that. But if you click up here on tools, it pops open the beta project, the beta page, beta.agproject.io. And that one has the lottery, the treasury, the evil page, and the vaporize page. And here it says that the biggest lottery is going to be 24,000, but this is actually incorrect on this table. The way it reads it is actually 31,000. 397 dark. So people are going to get just under 15 dark for each winner in this next one, which is, again, it's bananas. It's a good bananas, but it's insane that like that's almost to like your chances of winning are 1 in 20. So that
Okay,
being
let
said,
me go in and scrape again. I'll hack and scrape again, and then you refresh, okay, when I tell you to. It'll go up by 200 or more.
yeah, and it's actually exhausted now. Like we've actually stolen every single dark
Oh, we
token
did. I
that
didn't
the
think
Evil Dress. You guys drained him completely, which I can't imagine he's too happy about. He'll probably show up on Twitter or on stream and start, reading us the riot act. But for now, like, look, if you refresh it, it goes to 0, and it doesn't let you put a number in here. Now, sometimes after you hit scrape, it'll go to 4. I'm not sure why that's the default, but you're still not scraping 4 of them. And so this one is depleted. Like we have stolen every single dark that the Evil Address has been sitting on for almost 2 journeys now. And then in 7 days and 15 hours, this button's going to go active, and you can actually come in here and mint the Evil Addresses dark into fuel cells. There's 54,000 dark that are scheduled to be minted in Journey 3. So, and I believe this mints in batches of 500. So let's see, what is that? Let's pick up the old handy dandy calculator. And if we have 54,000 divided by 500, that button can be smashed 108 times right there. So, when it goes live, you can smash it 108 times. But you can also, what's even better than minting for the Evil Address is minting for yourself right here at the fuel cell. You have to have 1 whole dark matter to get 1 fuel cell. It's just a 1-to-1 ratio. So not only is dark matter less than 1 million, there's less than 1 million in supply, but that means that there can only possibly be, well, shoot, after the burn, there can't possibly be that. Before the burn of 500 tokens, there could have been 100 or 1.2 million, because if everyone minted every dark matter and they scraped the lottery and minted those, which would be 20%, then I think that would be like 1.2 million fuel cells total ever. And as you can see, there's 180,000 dark in the treasury. So if we go over here to the treasury tab next to the evil tab, 2693 was given out, paid to J1 fuel cells at the end of Journey 1. And people are like, what is this, a pump for ants? It was dust. It's just 0.0231 is what everyone got the first payout in Journey 1. It's going to go up significantly, significant to dust. It should be like basically kind of double the dust, because J2 fuel cells were minted, even more of them were minted in J2 than J1, which I kind of expected, because people had a chance to go through 1 whole journey and wrap their heads around the game. But it's going to pay out J1 and J2. So every time a journey finishes, all the previous journeys get paid at the same day on day 45. So at some point, it's going to be very significant chunks of dark going into those, and then it's going to, exhaust back out as kind of like a half-life of a nuclear atom or a nuclear substance or atomic substance. Radioactive. That's what I'm trying to say. Radioactive substance, how it has like a half-life. So that's kind of what's going to happen with the treasury. It's going to bloat and have basically at least half. Actually, I think over half is going to be put in the treasury from the Evil Address alone, not counting the whales and anyone else's participation. And that brings me to this piece right here. Smo was asking me in the green room, how many fuel cells Randy Hilarski had. And he's sitting like basically in first place. 13,806 fuel cells minted by DC41, which we believe is Randy. I don't have any proof of that. But that's pretty nice. That's a pretty fat stack. I mean, he actually has almost twice as many fuel cells as Pink Mist Well. But Pink Mist Well, he's still holding his own. He's just, but he has a ton more dark than Randy does. And he has more dark than Randy and the Firewell combined. So Pink Mist Well is just sniping and taking out people like crazy. These two addresses above here, this is the evil address, of course, where you guys scraped all the winnings off of him. And then wishwell.pls, that one is the mystery box. So mystery box doing its duty to keep these tokens off the market and to fight against the evil address as best as it can. It doesn't have nearly as many tokens as the evil address, but it tries, and it's also been very generous in giveaways and of dark and some fuel cells to the Pink Mist Well. So this is interesting. Pink Mist Well is up a bit. Is up to 4 zeros and a 1 2 5 6. Right? And I said for every 1 million of these tokens that you send to the Pink Mist Well address, which ends in 8090 right here, I posted it in Telegram as well, so it's easy to find. I believe I pinned it as well. But if you look at this, like he's moved some of his dark out of here. He has 8,000 in this one, but he used to have a lot more. And if you send Pink Mist Well to this address, as you can see, there's 271 million, and I've sent him 200 J1 fuel cells. So that means I owe him 71 more J1 fuel cells. So I'll be sending those to him definitely. But everyone's asking me, not everyone, but people have asked, so if I send him 1 million PMW tokens, then what do I get? And look, he's got like a quarter of the supply, which is pretty sick.
Can you show us how to send 1 million to him?
Yeah.
I know it's easy, but it just so people can see, just like it's like sending, right?
Yeah, it is. In fact, I don't know if PMW is going to be listed. If you go to Dex Screener and you type in PMW, we haven't loaded this up there. The first one right there is Prove Mom Wrong. That's not our token. And then you have PMW Soul. That's not us. That's not us. That's not us. You got to scroll all the way down and find PMW and Pulse, which it used to be the second one because Dex Screener goes off of volume. Maybe I skipped it. Where the hell did it go? PMW, the Pink Mist Well, and that's bizarre. It's not showing up here on Dex Screener. I was going to show you guys. I mean, it is right here. It's actually right here. I'm going to have to copy and paste the pool address right here. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to put it in our Telegram as well. So PMW pool address.
But not to be mistaken for the actual address, just the pool, the pair address is what he's putting in. So that would be where you want to send them to that particular address that you're putting in there. You'd want to send it directly to the PNW. Yeah,
Pink Mist. I always make it one word because it looks a little bit cooler. Pink Mist Well. Pink Mist Well address is, and then I'll copy and paste that one in here too for you guys. So right here, DBank is the best pulse chain scanner that we have right now, folks. It really does a good job of showing like what your pools are, all of your holdings on different chains. It's really what I use. I mean, I do use pulse chain scan sometimes, but it's just this is so easy to see even your addresses and be like, okay, what do I have to sell? What do I want to buy more of? I like that a lot. So just a shout out to DBank right there. And then I'm going to could paste that one. So here's the Pink Mist pool address. If you want to look at, I'm going to say, if you want to look at the price, and then Pink Mist will address to send tokens, to send PMW to. There we go. So that's the right address, and that's the pool address. Actually, I got to put in the Pink Mist. Oh, dang it. I hate that it does that when you try to return. Let me add it. You have to do Shift Enter with Telegram. But I'm going to also put the Pink Mist Well token address in case you guys are trying to buy it off of Pateus or Pulsex or any of those dexes. So let me add that right here at the bottom. And then PMWCA. There we go. That's the PMWCA right there. To trade. Well, to buy PMW. All right. Now I'm sure I've got some misspells in there, but that's okay. And I'm going to pin that as well, so you guys can just click on pin. So thank you. That's a great. That's a very good suggestion, Smo, because I take this stuff for granted. I'm doing it every day and keeping all these 123 tabs open at the top of mine. I'm a boomer. I'm a total boomer when it comes to electronics. But yeah, it's in at 1256. So in order to send Pink Mist Well, let's see, 1 million times 0.12341256. That equals $12.56. And what people have asked is they said, if I send him 1 million tokens, I want a dark token. And at first I was thinking, I'm sending the Pink Mist Well J1 fuel cells, and I'm happy to send J1 fuel cells to these other people, but they're like, nah, bruh. I want that dark. I want that dark. Give me that dark. So right now, it would actually be cheaper to buy 1 million of these tokens. I mean, for 1256, the liquidity is 9.3K. So $12 buys aren't going to really move the price for a while, I don't think. But basically, you'd be getting, if I agree to that, you'd be getting a dark matter for 1256. Which isn't, sometimes dark matter is $12.56. Today it's at $15.13. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to put this up to you guys in the chat right now on stream. Either type in fuel cell if you guys think you want if you think I should give away fuel cells for this. And then if you think that you want it the dark, then type dark. And whichever one wins, I'll make that promise with you guys. I'll make that deal with you guys. Okay. So yeah. Type into the chat either dark or fuel cell. And Tracy G's like dark. CryptoCast says fuel cells. And here's the deal. I mean, honestly, this is my people. You are my people. You guys are the most loyal and awesome community I've ever come across with in crypto by far. Like we had people mine during the mining phase. We gave people this token called Dark X, and we thought people would try to flip Dark X. We thought people would try to create liquidity pools and all sorts of stuff with Dark X. And so we made it a completely, truly valueless token. And back then, the Dark X, anyone could take it from anybody's address at any time. So it truly was a valueless token. And we were hoping that some people would try to go buy a bunch and flip it or, trade like the bots. No one did that. No, we told people only mint from this webpage. Do not buy it from the dexes or anywhere else. And you guys listened. I've never, ever seen everyone listen in a community. I mean, granted, we were much smaller back then, probably would have been like 30, 50 people. But at the same time, everyone followed directions. And I was like, damn, that's crazy. We were hoping that people would get wrecked and that people would start talking shit on Twitter about us and be like, oh, this is a rug. Oh, this is a bug. This is a shit. Like, we wanted publicity. We got no publicity. No one even, like, all the dark X are still sitting in everyone's accounts right now, even though you can like move them around and stuff. No one even flinched. So mix, aka you can't say dark fuel cells, because that doesn't, I don't know if you mean dark matter tokens or fuel cells, but it looks right now like dark has the lead. CryptoCat wants fuel cells. Interesting. And I would like to just give people whatever they want, but that's a pain in the ass. So I'll just make one deal and that's it. And then it's as easy as going to DBank right here and then clicking transactions. And look at this. I can see exactly who sent him what, receive. So here, look, 1.183 million fuel cells right here. That was 1535. It was received right here. There's got to be a way to see who it was sent from, right? No, that'll just take me to the Pink Mist Well. Receive. I think I have to do this. Oh, wait, is this from the address right here?
I think so. It'll take you to the blockchain. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, it's the transaction details. So I can click on that, and then it just says transferred this token to 8090. So tokens transferred. I believe this is the address. You guys let me know. Oh, wait, no, it says from right here. So it is. It's the same one. So I can literally send these to people without them DMing me anything. I can literally just look at this and go, oh, this guy gets one of whatever, right? So that's why I kind of like this deal. Like some of the other projects and contests, even the art contests, I have most of your guys's, addresses that you'd like your points and dark sent to. And sometimes if I don't find one, I'm like waiting weeks and like trying to get, addresses from people and trying to save them, somewhere so I can just send them up there. But yeah, that's it right there. Doom. Pulse, here's another one. So this is just under 1 million right here. Oh, sorry. I need to click this. And it's the same address. So this guy's definitely sent 2 million right there. So I will do that. Whatever you guys choose, I'm going to follow it and do that with you guys. So yeah, look at all the Pink Mist Well that he's getting. Here's 5 million Pink Mist Well. Here's 2 million. Oh, I have to decline this call from Triplet Dad. I've wanted to talk to him all day. No. Should I just take it and answer it on stream? I'll just let him know I'm on stream so he doesn't say anything crazy. Hey, what's up, dude? I'm streaming right now. You're on stream.
Hey there, Triple Dad. How's it going?
Yeah, it's
How
me.
are you, buddy?
I'm doing great. It's me and Smo Spider. I don't know if you can hear her or not, but
I did hear her in the background.
yeah, we're both on stream right now talking about the Pink Mist Well token and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, and my wife is calling me too on the phone at the same time. You guys
Beautiful.
have the same timing.
Why don't you take that and then I'll talk to you after the stream. Hello, everybody on stream.
All right. Love you, bud. We'll talk to you in a little bit.
Buddy. All right,
Thanks.
buddy. Bye.
All right, bye. Oh, goodness. I love this. I love sharing my screen. All sorts of crazy stuff pops up here. Yeah, but look at that. This is an absolute insane amount of Pink Mist Well being sent from this address. So honestly, I know who this is because they DM'd me. And so I'm going to count their vote. I'm going to count this as 20 votes because they sent 20 million. Dude, what? This is another one right here, but this one sent 150 million. That's actually probably, I bet you that's the mystery box, to be honest. Yep, that's the mystery box. So I get to send myself 150 whatevers.
That was 6 days ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was
So
super,
people
super
send
cool.
about
So,
a million. It's like $12 almost right now, currently.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So you know what? It's clear that Dark won this poll. I mean, you guys can continue voting throughout the stream. I don't mind. But yeah, people want that juicy, juicy Dark. People love that instant gratification, that hit of dopamine. You know what I mean? So, all right, dude, I scraped the evil address from 29K until I made it up to 31K last night. So Tracy's the one that put the nail in the coffin. Ted says, talk to him. Yeah. Answer it and tell him to get a grip. Oh yeah. Miss you, Triplet Dad. Yeah, Triplet Dad was one of the coolest people. I never really hung out with him at any of the other meetups. And then in Panama, I got a chance to hang out with him and his lovely wife, whose name starts with an L, but I couldn't tell you what it is. In fact, she's the one I tell the story about where we're like brainstorming at a table. Wouldn't this be cool on the blockchain? Wouldn't that be cool? And I said, hey, I've got $1 million idea. Whoever can figure out how to do this is going to be just make a killing. And I gave them the problem, and she's just like, oh, just do this. And I was like, holy shit, that would work. Like just right out of the blue, just without just boom. And she was right. And I was like, that is a great idea. So anyways, I'll have to tell someone who's already got one of the alien tech or tax tokens, because it goes along in that one. So maybe I'll share it with Canadian Grateful, since he's tied in with SolidX in the group, and he's building on top of, he's always working. I believe Gelato burns SolidX, doesn't it? I think it does.
Yes.
I could be wrong.
No, it does.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So that one helps our ecosystem with that. Hey, Hottie, love your t-shirt. You were just calling me on stream. Aren't you playing pickleball? Anyways, I digress. Let me go back. Where was my train of thought? We were looking at the price of Dark. The price of Dark is $15 right now. And if you flip in Hex, it's actually up. It's climbing this really nice stair step against Hex. So by sitting in Dark, you're actually gaining more Hex if you were to switch back, if that makes sense. So that's nice and strong. But basically, it just means we're bleeding less than Hex right now. It's not like it. But then again, if you're paying attention to stacking Hex, this is definitely a good thing. If you're just focused on US dollars, both of them are down, right? So that's an interesting little chart. And then let's pull up our Hexstradamus, our Dark Stradamus chart, which has been telling. Oh, sorry, this is Hex. Oh, actually, Hex is up a little bit. It's doing a little bounce. So that's cool. We're just doing a little bit higher bounce than it right now, which is cool. Cool. Here's the Dark Stradamus, the Nostradamus. Like this one is told the future. So we had this minting phase. The first minting phase was like 19 days because we had to do the free claim. We had to do the claim phase. We did the airdrops, and you can see people taking profit every time. They're like, "What's this coin dump? What's this coin dump?" Anyways, I'm not bitter. You've got these huge dumps right here, which is like Interpol dump, Ulti dump, Hex Whale dump, and then you got Pump Tires Fun dump, and then you got I forget what this one was last week. This one wasn't tires. This was something else crazy that happened. And then here is the Richard. Well, this is the soaking up all of the liquidity, all of the not benefits. What am I trying to say? What do you get paid for farming and staking? What am I? The words evading me right now, eluding me. I'm going to check chat because I know someone's put it in there.
Sorry, I was on the phone.
No, you're good. I was just saying this dump right here during the last lottery lined up with the dump of the big whales and hex, soaking up all of the rewards. Rewards is the best way to put it. So every time we've had a lottery, it's lined up with a black swan or a dump in the market, like every single one of these. And then who the heck knows what's going to happen in about 7 days, because we got a lottery that is bigger than any lottery we've done up to this point. Huge, like literally 15. What is that? I think, see, I even popping up in here. She's like, oh, I got to tell you something. Here we go. $15 times, we'll just say 31,000 to make it easy. $465,000 of possible sell pressure. Obviously, the evil address, as we know, is got an unfair advantage. He's probably going to go home with about half of that, or maybe a little more. I don't know. It is randomized, but if that button stays live on beta.agproject.io, then even if the evil address wins half of those tokens, like 15,000, the collective can scrape them. So you would have about 15,000 tokens in the first lottery, not counting the evil's mint. So yeah, 54,000, and 20% of those are going to go into the lottery. So there's 10,000 that are going into the lottery total, and 10% of those are in the first giveaway, the first drawing. So that would be 1,000. So instead of a lottery with around 1,000 tokens up for grabs, you would have 16,000. You don't have enough fuel cells, people. Like, I text this, I put it in tweets, I tell you guys all the freaking time, you don't have enough fuel cells. You don't have enough dark. You don't, whatever you have, these guys, even people with respectable amounts of dark, like even they, in my opinion, my humble opinion, they don't got enough dark. And you need dark to mint the fuel cells. Just like you need T-shares to receive rewards in Hex, you need fuel cells to receive rewards in dark. So, I mean, like, look at these two. There's two transactions if you go to the evil address. And one is like almost too dark that someone accidentally sent to the contract address and burned it. And then there's another transaction where the mystery box sent 500 tokens into it. So actually, no, there's a lot more than two, but those are the most significant ones right there. These are people, I think, interacting with it, making. So actually this, oh my gosh, guys, this right here, these are the scrapes right here.
Those
You
are
can
the
see all-
scrapes, like say I won and I would go in and scrape. Is that what that is there? Because that's on the last hour right there. In transaction. The last transaction was an hour ago.
Really? Oh,
Transfer.
it does. Yeah, it does say an hour ago. That's
30
weird.
dark they got. No,
Oh,
that's the
right.
fee they paid in PLS. So
I know what it is. Here's what it is. So the 3% space tax is paid when you scrape the evil addresses winnings and roll them. So you can see some of the dark and some of the pulse being paid to the mystery box every time you guys hit that button.
but we're done now. We've exhausted that.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. You can still send me a buck of pulse as much as you want, or sorry, the mystery box, a buck of pulse, but it's not gonna help you
That's
very
where I
much.
get confused now. I'm like, wait, but then I can what?
Yeah,
What can
so
you do?
2 transfers. That's what I was thinking. There's 2 transfers, right? So out of the 2 transfers, One is someone throwing just under 2 dark into it, and the other one is, the mystery box burning 500 tokens. But if we just click on dark and then we click on holders right there, the evil address still has over half the supply. After this next mint, it will have less than half. 54,000 of these tokens are going to go into the treasury and the lottery and the space toll. So it will no longer have more than half the supply. But right underneath that,
he would have had more had we not hacked him for all that that really Tracy did a lot of it.
Well, actually, this is the crazy thing. It wasn't in his address. It was in the mystery box. I'm sorry, in the lottery, the jackpot box. So stuff that's not claimed is sitting in the jackpot box until it's claimed. So we scraped 31,000 from the evil address and put it back into the jackpot box. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, it was earmarked for the evil address whenever the evil address wanted to scrape them. But because we hacked the evil address and now we can scrape and bring it back to a lottery for everyone, including the evil address, it basically just rolled inside this same address. So you have 3% of the supply is in the jackpot box. And so about 2,000 of these tokens are not the evil addresses and haven't been scraped. Let me say that again. There's about 2,000 dark in the jackpot box that were won, I bet you anything, by airdrop, turning one airdrop recipients. So if you got the airdrop and you didn't know and you won the lottery, you don't know to come scrape it. So there's about 2,000 dark in here that are basically burnt indefinitely until someone comes and checks their address and scrapes their lottery winnings.
Yes, it's finally making sense. Thank you. Got it.
You bet. And obviously this second address right here is the treasury, and it says 183,000 here, but it only says 180,000 on the website because 2,600 of them are earmarked for J1 fuel cells, but they haven't been vaporized yet. So over time, we're definitely going to see this treasury bloat with the biggest amount of dark matter over time. And then of course you got the mystery box right here. You got this whale right here who's he's minted a little bit, but I think this is one of those whales that's like thinking I'm not selling underneath a certain price, or I'm minting when I feel like it. So this one is as a question right here, question mark whale. And then you go down to the lottery, and then you go down to this whale that he had a lot more, but he broke them down into groups and minted about 7,000 fuel cells in J2. Doesn't have any J1s. Yeah, so he's broke down, and then look at this right here. Oh man, so here's almost 1% of the entire supply right here, and it's locked in a liquidity providing contract, I bet, because that's not ours. So I bet you this is what the Pink Mist well has paired up against Hex right there. And right below that, Pink Mist well address with 8,000 sitting there. So 8 plus 9, like you're looking at 17,000. So Pink Mist well dwarfs both, and then right under him is the Fire well. And then two down from there is all the way down here. So this is Randy's right here. Randy has 1,721 fuel cells. I'm sorry, dark matter. He's got 0.17% in this one, but
that he hasn't minted yet.
Well, no. So he hasn't minted these yet.
But he has.
I think the reason that this went down by a couple thousand, because he was around 3,700, is because he's probably in these smart contracts right here Here's 1,000 dark that are in a liquidity providing contract. Here's 600 that are in liquidity
Right.
providing. Here's 500. So what I think happened, I think that he, just like the pink, see how the pink mist well is now showing up right here and here, number, I don't know, 7 and 8 or 9 and 10. And this one's his liquidity and this one's his personal account. Or I shouldn't say personal, I should just say one of these people's accounts. So his is split up there. I believe Randy's is split up too, which makes him look like really weak. But I mean, as we were talking about in the green room, the dude is sitting on almost 14,000 fuel cells, which is just going to soak up a lot of dark from the treasury. Like, Randy's playing the long game. He's like definitely delayed gratification right here. And Pink Mist Well also, but Pink Mist Well has an opportunity to smash past Randy in fuel cells. So, I mean, it's just amazing what happens when you create this environment, this ecosystem, and then people start playing in the sandbox, and you can never predict human behavior. No matter what you do, people are just going to do crazy stuff, banana stuff. If you're talking to our group. So, wow, that is crazy. It's crazy how everything's stacked up. But then again, I mean, in the top 5 addresses, you've got close to 90% of the supply. Maybe it's 80 something. Let's do quick math. 52.3 plus 18.33 plus 13 plus 395 plus 336. Yeah, in just the first 5 addresses, you've got 90.94%. You have 91% already in these top 5 addresses, and 3 of them are the smart contracts. Oh, and one of them is a mystery box. So you got smart contract, mystery box, question mark whale, and the lottery.
And this one of the smart contracts is the evil address, of course.
Yes, correct. The number one is evil address, treasury, mystery box, mystery well, and lottery. That's 90.94% of the supply. Now, what do you think is going to happen when either this whale right here, mystery well, or these whales, right here? Actually, these are sharks. Holy shit. Okay, so these whales and these sharks, what happens when these guys start minting? And I'll tell you what happens. 77% of these tokens go into the treasury, 20% go into the lottery, and 3% go back into the mystery box as a space tax that helps us keep the lights on, keep the website going. Although apparently it doesn't help us keep the NFT showing because no one can see the journey to NFT. Sorry, I'm a little ticked about how frustrating it is to deal with metadata. But either way, I'm just saying, like, this is 90%, bros. Like, this is pretty locked. You don't have enough dark. I don't care if you're one of these guys with 10 grand. I don't care if you're at the bottom of the first page and you've got 128. You don't have enough dark, and you've got to have the dark to get the fuel cells. It's that simple. Like, I don't want to, I don't know how to say this without getting in trouble or put myself, in a shitty spot. But, you know how the price of a t-shirt goes up and down? Well, the price of dark goes up and down. But t-shares always cost more hex. Do you know what I'm saying? We don't have a hex. Ours is always 1-for-1. We don't have a t-shirt rate. But then again, once you mint a fuel cell, you literally could do nothing for the rest of your life and it would still be there. It would still have its treasury. It would still have its lottery if it won. It would just stay there forever. Right? It would accumulate dark matter forever. You did completely left alone forever. That's why when I talk about these dudes that got the airdrop and how 2,000 of the dark in the lottery is probably people who just haven't claimed or forgot to claim or don't even know they have fuel cells. Like, this is the whole landfill thing where that dude had, like, I don't know, like 100,000 Bitcoin on his laptop or server, and he threw it away. And he was like begging this landfill in England to dig it up so he could get the Bitcoin, try to get the Bitcoin off of it. Like, these homies right here, the airdrop homies, they're going to be trying to get their phones back, trying to get their laptops back when they, in the future, I believe. That's the way I see things.
Potential fuel cells, because they don't have any fuel. Most likely they don't have any fuel cells.
Yeah, they most likely like dumped the fuel cells, or a lot of people are still consolidating. Like, if we go back to page, let's go to page here. So you start seeing these even numbers. The even numbers are almost always airdrop recipients. So here's one with a just straight 8. No decimal places, no nothing. This guy right here, 99BF, most likely got 4 airdrops and combined them. But I doubt that 99BF saw the NFTs, because you actually have to look for the NFTs on Pulse Chain. Like, you have to go to Mintra, or you have to import them on the website, you know?
Yeah, because we have, I mean, you have like the NFTs show up on Mintra, or the other one, there's
Pulse Market.
Yes, Pulse Market. And then the other way is DBank. I mean, if you go to DBank, you'll see.
Yes.
It's really weird though, because you have to do math. You have to actually add the numbers together.
Yeah, that's true. But like I said, DBank is Pulse Chain's best scanner right now, honestly.
Yeah, but if you go to DBank and then you click NFTs, you still gotta press Pulse Chain. You go away from Ethereum.
Oh, yeah. So like,
yeah.
So if I were to go here to the Pink Mist Well and I just clicked NFTs, it's automatically sent. Oh no, Pulse Chain is chosen here. But if I didn't choose Pulse Chain, let me see. What does it look like when you don't? Let me just refresh it and see if it puts it back to default. Okay, so here's Firewell. I'm sorry, Pink Mist Well. My bad. Shit. Well, it's saying NFT right there, but usually there's like Pulse Chain, ETH, Base. You know what I'm saying? So if you didn't know to click on Pulse Chain, you're right. It doesn't show you these.
Yeah, it's just because Pink Mist Whale doesn't have any Ethereum, so it's just showing Pulse Chain. But usually you'll see many chains there, like 4, and Pulse Chain's one of them. At least for my wallet, because I mean my wallet's like super old. I mean, it's like a major old wallet. It's like a grandpa by now.
Yeah. Well, let's look at where is the one Mystery Well. Let's look up Mystery Wells. Where is that one? It's 16 CD. This is Mystery Well.
Yeah.
So Mystery Well, if you go here and then you click NFTs, oh shit, it pulled up. I was hoping it wouldn't. But, if you do have more than one NFT on more than one chain, you do have to tell it which chain to look for. But yeah, and it tells you how much you spent in gas minting them, this was 1 million pulse. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. So, and then if you click fuel cell, it takes you to the fuel cell page. But yeah, there are people like that. Right now it isn't easy. Or if you go to the minting page and you click add fuel cells NFTs to wallet, that's the easiest way. Token not found from this contract address. Now, that's not true, because you'll say okay, and then you go up here to Rabby and you click on NFT, and boom, there they are. There's 4 J1 fuel cells on this demo account, and one J2 fuel cell. We need to break out the wrench and the oil and get that damn thing working for you guys, because it just is some of the coolest art from Red Squirrel. It deserves to be seen when people check their NFTs. I still don't know what the hell we're gonna do with that video that won, because it's like a 2-minute trailer to a movie. So I don't know what we're gonna do yet, because we get the sweet spot is like 10 megabytes, and that is not a lot of information. But again, see, it says adding still right here. If these people don't even think to come to agproject.io and don't think to add, or they don't go to DBank and click on NFTs Pulse Chain, they don't even know that they have the NFTs. You know, they're just.
Well, I mean, you could be somebody like me, like, you know, I'll be like, oh, fishing around, I'm just checking something, and I might be doing something. So I'm on, like, say, Mintra or whatever, just as an example. And then I'm looking at my profile and I'm like checking because I might want to sell something like one of my NFTs. And I'll be, hey, what are these dark matters I got in here? What is this? You know, and then that's when you start searching around, and then you start learning from there. Sometimes, I mean, maybe not, you know, I mean, I have some things that are in my wallet that I'm like, what is a Milady? I got a Milady. Somebody sent me a Milady, you know, and I never go all the way, but then I hear people talking about Miladies all the time, and I still don't really know. So, you know, but still people will start to see. But I like how you show us all the time that pages and pages and pages of people with two.
Oh,
right?
That's what I was going to do that, and my ADD, it just.
I have it too.
I'm a dog chasing a squirrel when I stream. I should have. Sometimes I do have an outline and I follow it, and those are much more coherent rants. But usually, I just try to go across the 83 tabs in my browser and see if I covered everything. Which, speaking of, let's freeze my cute little face again. And go to coinmarketleague.com, and every single day you can vote. As Ted said it, him and his homies were murdering, pushing dark as high as they could get it. And right here, right now, dark is 23. So I haven't voted today. Let me vote. And I actually linked this website with my X account, so I can every time I post, these guys go bananas. They retweet. They send, for every time I tweet and post about Coin Market League, they create like 6 posts about my one post. So it's a great way to get the information out, and it's a great way to show some love to Carpe Diem, our own Sealy. In fact, I want to share that one too. Post that one too. Show him some love. He's the one that pointed us in this direction. And then this bipolar hex right here. It's got the E-hex price, but the P-hex information, I think. So I don't know.
Well, I voted yesterday, today, and I've been voting, but now I'm trying to not trying, but I don't like that word. Just, you know, I have an intention to do it every 24 hours, you know, and so that's where I'm at right now with that. Yeah. And I Hex and Carpe Diem and Dark, and I also do for Hocus Pocus as well. Yeah. And
I like how they say like morning cup of coffee, Coin Market League vote. Like when you're up in the morning sipping your coffee and scrolling on your phone. If you guys jump over here for 2 seconds, we really appreciate it. And I know that Coin Market League really appreciates it, because they're also, you know, trying to market themselves as well.
And if you share it, then the Hex, there's an AI out there on Twitter, on X. That's a Hexakin AI, and he'll gravitate to what you're doing. And that AI bot or AI social media thing is just going off and getting to know everyone and what they're doing. And I see it around all over the place every time I check Twitter. I see it.
And this is what I was trying to show you that Smo was nice enough to remind me of, was here's the people that got the airdrop. It starts on page 5. And remember, there's 50 lines per page. So this is like halfway down 5. or actually maybe 2/3 of the way down 5, right?
Patrick Astro and stuff said there's 30 pages of 2.
Yeah. Like you can just sit here and hit the button, and it's like, what's 30 times 50? It's 1,500. Is that right?
30 times 50 is
No. Yeah, 30 times 50.
well, 3 times 5 is 15, and then 2 zeros, so that's 1,500.
Yeah, so there's 1,500 of these addresses, most of them belonging to the no permissions group. Like no permissions came in with about 1,000. And then the list that we got from the Forge NFTs, Pulse Chain Forge, those guys came in with a fat list too.
RG3.
Holy cow. Okay, so go back. Sorry. Look at these. And then you have pages of people with 1 token. So we know these guys, they at least sold 1. Like they're like, I'm going to sell 1. I'm going to keep 1. Right? Like, these people are really indecisive right
They're
here.
so
Like
cute.
20 people. They're just like, they're all over the place, man. But yeah, there's so many people that don't know that these are people that didn't even sell their dark yet.
Sometimes people just sell 1, so they keep 1 just so they can remember to check it out later.
I think so. Like
they probably sold it when it was like at 100.
That's what I'm thinking too. Disclosure Crypto, what's up? I'm sure you didn't forget me in my Gary Network. I did not forget your Gary Network. Gary Network is a very interesting site that kind of is like a crypto YouTube, like a thing going on, right? So anyways, we went there, and unfortunately the Telegram and the website seemed to me to be mostly spam. Like they would have like 50,000 downloads or on-chain transactions a day, and it just looked like Box Central. And not to put the project down, I just didn't see a community over there to go talk to, and I could be wrong. The ones are famous. Yeah, the ones are famous, man. There's not that many of those. Bright Light, I'm here for the agreeance of the Dark Cabal. Bright Light, I got to ask you a favor. I was going through my DMs on Twitter and Telegram, and I couldn't find that cool stuff that you sent me. So if you could send me that cool stuff again, please, on a DM, then I would love to dig into that. Patrick, yeah, there's 30 pages of 2. Goose Ink, oh, mi hermano. Good to catch you live. Good to catch you live, buddy. Randy swapped out 1,000 dark Solid X. I believe he did that, and I believe he provided liquidity, because I've been bitching up a storm about Firewell not providing liquidity or minting or anything, and I almost feel like Randy's atoning for the sins of the Firewell. Max is just geeking on his creation. Just buy dark and exchange for fuel cells. See, that's, I need someone to just put it in a sentence. Why are you doxing all my wallets? I'm here for the tech. Thanks, Fast Abdul. Fast Abdul, I think he definitely caught some of the airdrop. He is in the know. And I encourage people to spin up a wallet address for each one of the communities that we were giving them to. We had like 17 communities that were kind enough to let me stream and share my vision with them back in the day. And they all were able to receive an airdrop for each one of the communities that they're part of. So some people did end up with like 10 airdrops, which is, I mean, good for them, man. That's the way to do it. That's crypto. Here we go. Explain to me like I'm a Hexagon, please. Better yet, a 555-year-old Hexagon. Let me actually kill this. Hit that button like you'd hit a pickleball. My goodness. It's all about pickleball. You just wrecked them. Yield. Okay, so now I've caught up on chat. I think. Oh, Elizabeth Machado check out Elizabeth's amazing art that I showed off last night and that we can show off here. Let me show it on screen. She has put some of the most interesting, beautiful art along with, of course, Smo Spider here. They bring this feminine energy that is, you know, missing in in crypto. And so yeah, let me pull this up real quick. Submissions for art. I mean, granted, all of these right here, everything since our cutoff date, this is all eligible for J4. So she actually put J4 in mind, but just like, look at that. Like, would you wear that t-shirt, Smo?
Yes, I was looking at that from your show last night
Yeah.
that Elizabeth made.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, wow, that is really sexy. And
Yeah, it's like it's
really pretty
cool,
to wear.
but
Not that
feminine.
they need to look sexy, but it just has a feminine appeal
Mm-hmm.
with
Mm-hmm.
all the curves.
And even this has just enough edge to make it masculine, but a lot of
it has
curve
both, yeah.
and a good balance.
Very, all this
color.
is inspirational.
I mean,
and I love her shadowing that you were showing them, how she has a shadow on that one. There is
yeah.
another
Oh, the backlight one,
so cool.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, these are all
That one has they all do there.
yeah, big
does.
backlight on
A
that
mirror
one.
on that one.
This one right here, where it's just like he's like lit up from behind. J4 AG Dark. It's, I mean, great
so
fonts,
cool.
great choices. This one's super bold. I can
I
almost
love it.
taste, you know, that drink back in the day, Tang. I mean, I'm sure it's still around, but I can taste Tang in the back of my throat when I check out how bold
Wow,
and
you
orange
remember
this is.
Tang. Wow.
We got Sunny D, orange stuff.
Love this one. Going into
Yeah.
the vortex.
This one, there's quite a few of these vortex ones that are just, this
There's-
one I like because he's not alone.
Yes. And the dark street.
Yeah, see, it's like
Dark
it's really
matter.
kind of subtle over here on the corner.
Yes.
That one's sweet. This one right here, I love how she just starts right there, and then the street is J4, which hey, that's freaking clever. And he's going into a tunnel vortex inside of another vortex. Just
I'm voting for these ones for sure, no
So-
doubt.
so sick. And of course, now this one right here, this is for some reason I can't, when I click out of here, I can't find it very easily, but this one looks very similar to some of these right here. Is this one you, Smo?
Yes.
Okay, is this one you?
Yeah.
That one is sick. That's very, very nice. In fact, okay, well, he's a little too pretty. He's a little too underwear model pretty in the face to be Jackpot, like to be Cole Nova. Like Cole Nova's got some miles on him, you know what I'm saying?
I'll keep
But
that in
maybe
mind.
like a younger Cole. Like this is Cole when he just got out of the training center, right? I mean, he's handsome as hell. I have no problem admitting that. I'm just saying, like, damn, you know, I just picture Cole with just a little more stress, a little more life on him, you know. And then like these ones, like tight leather is just insane. And I love how you threw the AG on the helmet right there too. That one
I was
is
just trying to get some. I know sex sells, so I just went that way because I didn't
well.
think it was going to work
Yeah,
otherwise.
crypto's
I
like
was wrong.
99.999% male, right? So like it
I
makes
just
sense.
thought I'd throw it in. I'll try something new, but I love Elizabeth's new, like her newest. I hadn't seen really a lot of her work before, or if she did, I didn't remember. But I am really impressed with her work. All of her artwork is
yeah. Well, she would
quality.
send stuff to me and just be like, "Hey, what do you think?" And I'm like, "Holy shit! You got to put that on Telegram. You got to share that. You got to enter the next journey.
She's got to put this on
art
Twitter for
contest."
we all have to submit now on Twitter. So she hasn't done that yet, has she?
No one has.
Yeah.
I thought it was a great idea to go to Twitter, and then I found out it was a cluster. And so,
Right.
yeah, I was like, Dawn, who understands technology better than I do, was talking about doing a community,
right.
So that then it's easier to see everything in one place and get all the votes in one place. and that'll be easier than the way I did it last time. Last time I had to like just click on everyone's retweets and profiles and add up all the likes and retweets in like 3 columns. So yeah, and this one right here, who's putting these ones together right here? Those ones are those
Once
ones.
you get that community up and running, you just can add it to your homepage on your
Yeah, this is Kryptonite that makes these beautiful, almost
okay.
like animated or graphic novel style. Like you can feel like the impact and the power of a lot of these images. They're just insane.
A lot of
Absolutely
depth
insane.
and
Yeah, like beautiful,
edges
beautiful
and-
art.
yeah.
I mean, like I say, I never in a million years thought that agproject.io would be a hub of such beautiful, beautiful art. Like a lot of these images are like create that visceral, emotional reaction that everyone tries to do with art. And I'm blown away by the talent and passion of you guys.
I think it would be cool. Like, you know how you have the evil address hacking page?
Yes.
Well, I mean, it's fine, what you have there,
Sure.
but you could have like a little small contest so that that page could be populated with maybe something more exciting than what you already have there. Not saying it's boring, but
Well, no, I mean, if you look at our page, if you go to our homepage, we still have the Wishwell, which isn't like that doesn't even exist anymore. So it would be very easy to
Right.
put like an art, NFT art thing and just start putting galleries on the website. It just takes front end and back end devs, and we did everything contract, and so
yes,
like every time you want to change something, we don't have
exactly.
like someone on
Right.
call
Yeah.
because we don't have $90,000 to pay to keep them busy.
Right. I gotcha.
But it's definitely that's a really good idea. I appreciate that one a lot. Collective is a really cool page. I don't think hardly anyone goes here. I mean, I don't talk about it a lot, but here's the leaderboard. Here's a bunch of meetups that we've had as Hexicans right here, and even once we launched Anti-Gravity, you can see a lot of influencers and YouTubers here. We got to meet in person. I should actually just put Pulse Chain Tours link on here, because that's really is the next event. I mean, it's not our event, but it's the event that we're going to be at. And then I should update this. This was actually a really good stream with Mark from the Forge right there,
It was.
and then
Is that an incubation or just like when they were incubating Anti-Gravity back in the day?
yeah, well, I think we launched at this point. I think this was actually after launch. I'll have to check to see what date it is, but we've had
Are
some
you
other
guys going to be
amazing-
doing any? I mean, I was just really wondering, because since you're on the Forge, that means that the Forge has a supply of dark. Am I right?
Yeah, no, they have like 500 of those those airdrops, or the Forge came in
Right.
huge. So
And
they
so on a timely basis, they'll be airdropping those out, just like they do with all projects, from time to time, not all at once, to those that have NFTs in the Forge.
So you're saying that those people would also have at Forge NFTs as well?
No, if they hold Forge NFTs,
Yep.
just like the
That's the
actuator.
same list that we went on. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
they
just
just kind of start, just like Brandy Holarski. He's like, I'm just gonna send you the no permissions airdrop list. And I'm like, cool. Like
But in
whatever.
this case, it's those that people got confused and they thought that they were getting these dark tokens because they had an NFT through the Forge, which was not the case. It was because the Forge did what Randy did and what RG3 did if he was involved, and
Mhm.
all this, right? It was just the communities, the sub communities. It wasn't because, so the Forge is holding, and I know this is how he does it, dark tokens, just like he's been holding all the project tokens when they succeed and then they go live, then over time, then those are airdropped to those that hold the Forge NFT.
Okay. No, we actually didn't do that.
Oh, you declined on that.
Well, we were already past the incubation stage when we
Got
met
it. You
Mark.
were.
So we were like trying to launch the Wishwell and trying to launch, like, get ready for claim and doing our audit and stuff by then. So the only thing that we lacked then, and really the only thing that we lack now, is marketing. Like Mark trying to punch through the noise on Twitter is like, I get hit up by a lot of bots, that want to like, we can list you on this exchange. We can get you all these, all these, promotions. But, you look at their stuff and it's, unfortunately, very few of those people have communities to really reach out to. And that's why we've just kind of been focused on Pulse Chain for now, because that's just kind of where we grew up. That's where we're from. It's like our hometown, if you know what I mean. And so that's why I reached out, and shout out to Rags to Riches, Brandon Davis. I had a conversation with him and he's like, all right, like, if you want to get this thing across the finish line, write down what you're willing to give up, write down what you need to receive by what you're giving up, and then write down a list of every one of your contacts, your friends and the other YouTubers and stuff like that, and say, hey, I'm doing it. I'm giving away this. I'd love to be on your stream and give it to your people. And worked like a charm. Like it worked really, really well. There's still a couple
successful
of my homies back in the day that were not willing to talk to their communities about Dark for whatever reason, and that's their choice. But it's gonna be hard to not be immature later if the project succeeds and just be like, yeah, your leader cut you out of this for free. But that's not, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Which is not my, I talk a lot of shit, but that's a more mature way to handle things. So Bright Light says it's in your Telegram DM. Sick art. How can I make this sick art? Looks uncomfy. I think he's talking about the leather. I don't think it's about comfort. mix. Thanks. Oh no, thank you for creating such cool stuff. And I think she's still going to take. She's not as far as I know, she's not a graphic artist by trade, and so she's literally like learning this stuff as she goes, which is just.
I thought it was your wife that made those at first. So I guess I misunderstood.
No, those are from Elizabeth Crypto in Telegram. Wow. Yeah, I actually onboarded her and her husband maybe about a year ago now. They drove 7 hours because a friend had recommended me, because I'd helped their friend. I'd onboarded their friend before the big Hex wave. And so they said, hey, if you want to learn about crypto, go see this guy. And they drove.
Oh, I should just stream this to my audience right now, huh?
Yeah, if you want. I don't want to be pushy, but I'm the same way. I don't even think about. I'll be like on the shit show for like 20 minutes and be like, oh, restream.
I'm doing it now.
Yeah. Hey, I'm 555 years old. Is there a novel? There's definitely a novel, and it's on our Telegram. Again, like there's so much of this universe that I forget to talk about, or I don't put into simple bite-sized pieces, that every time someone gets in here, they're like, oh, I didn't even know about the fuel cells, or I didn't know about art, and I'm like, oh, well, yeah. Hex T Armstrong, ahoy, ahoy. Mix B, oh, hey, B. Yeah. So if you guys go to the Telegram, t.me/antigravity saga, it's on my Telegram, and I'm sorry, it's on my X. But if you go there, there's one channel, or I don't know, topic. I think they call them topics on the side. There's one for memes, one for art, one for the book, and one for this general chat that everyone throws stuff in. And that's usually where I post these YouTube links, because like my bro up here, Goosink, he tells me all the time, he's like, I would listen to your streams, but I can't 2x them on X. I can't speed them up on X. And you only sound smart when you're on 2x. And I was like, thanks for the feedback, bro. But that's why I try to put the YouTube link as many places as possible, because that one's easier to 2x, and it doesn't shut off your doesn't let your screen go to sleep. Like, I'm sure you've watched a lot of things on X where your phone goes to sleep and you're like, damn it. But I think X is going to move a lot more towards YouTube, which I hope they do, because I like it. I like the way X runs things, and YouTube is they're just militant about everything. They get their panties in a bunch over.
Yeah, you know, the other
it
night when you
sounds-
guys were having trouble with your YouTube, you know, because
Yeah.
of what you wrote in the title, which I think that's what it was. Guess what? I got a survey, and I had to survey you, and it showed up on the algorithm in YouTube. I've been on YouTube, I mean, since
No.
2009. Oh yes.
So
I
they'll-
did, and I've never surveyed anyone. That was my first survey, and it was you. It was your
That's it.
channel, and they
Yeah.
asked me questions, and I answered properly.
they're like, show us on the doll where he hurt you. So like they don't even promote my stuff to my own subscribers. Like when I go live, almost nobody gets an alert.
I do.
And-
I get it.
Oh, good. You're one of the few. I've heard of a lot of people. Like I turn
I
on the
think you
alerts
have
on
to
X,
do
I turn the alerts on YouTube, and nothing. And I'm like, what the heck? I stream
You
every
have to
day.
check your settings, because you're gonna find. I mean, YouTube is changing all the time. So if you check
Yeah.
your settings, there's like different ways to change the algorithm as well. So your algorithm might not be where you want it, and
Yeah.
so it might be best to take a look at your settings lately. Because even if you haven't looked at it in about a year or 3 months or 4 months, it's worth looking into.
It's a good idea.
Take it from me.
You're basically like my manager today. You're like, hey, quit doing this. Start doing this. Look at YouTube.
I don't act like a manager.
No, you just have great ideas. And then consider art page on AG project. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm taking notes.
I wonder
have
if
to
anyone
note-
else got a
Yeah.
survey that night. It was immediately after you did your third YouTube. It was like right after that, I got this little survey, and it said, what did you get out of this particular, live stream? And it had like all these keywords like money, inspiration, blah, 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 all these adjectives. And I'm like, you could tell it was trying for me to say, abundance or whatever, but instead I just answered. I just clicked the words.
You
And then
said
I
goofy
saw a
dad jokes.
picture of it. Huh?
I would just say goofy dad jokes if they asked me about my stream.
No,
Because
you
he said,
couldn't
"Quit."
fill it in. You couldn't populate it on your own. They populated the words, and you just could click them and highlight it, but you could highlight all of them, and they gave you like 10 different choices of words of how to describe your live stream. I should have taken a picture, but I
Yeah,
just
yeah, like
forgot.
a screenshot. That's fascinating that they're digging. But like I said, that
Because
anytime
millions
that
have
anything
gotten
sounds copywritten, they're striking, and they're like, well,
Yeah.
we won't ban this video. But-
Let's go ask Mo Spider.
Yeah, let's ask most. No, but seriously, it's kind of like they're like the thing is they say we can't give you revenue for this video, and I'm thinking like it's 0.3 cents a month or something that I'm getting in ad revenue. Like you can keep it. Like it wasn't even worth even my super chats. Like I had like $200 in super chats, and in order to get them, you had to go through so much KYC. I was like, YouTube can keep that $200. And that's when I put my a crypto address up there in my description, because I'm like, just send me crypto. Screw these middlemen.
And there are other ways to do that, and then all you end up with is anyways from fast.
I've got a really bad dad joke that I wrote the other day as I got out of the hot tub. What did the rapper say when he got out of the hot tub? Keep it warm 100, y'all. I said that one to Cabana Crypto, and he was just like, you could like feel him just just cringe through the internet. It was great. I love dad jokes. It's like they're so the worse they are, the better they are. That's what I like about dad jokes. All right, well, shoot. I mean, is there anything else that I haven't covered? Like, join and follow us on. Jump into our into our
You
Telegram.
didn't show us how to send to the pink
Yeah.
You were gonna like show us how to send 1 million
Mhm. I'll show you guys how to buy the PMW and
Yes.
send them to the
Yes.
Pink Miss Well. That
We'll
is
step
such a
by
good
step
idea.
the whole deal. Yeah.
Love it. I love it. All right. Freeze face. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. And share screen. And so basically, my favorite place on earth to buy and sell, if this is what happens. Actually, I could just do it right here. I can do it from our website. So if you go to Mint Anti-Gravity, right here, you go to minting. If you don't have enough dark, it'll actually send you to Patea. So buy more. At first we had it on Go Pulse, but we realized people were getting a better deal at Pateas. So we sent it to Pateas, but unfortunately it doesn't load the contract address. Let's see if it'll.
Yes, sir. You just have to put in the contract, the Addy,
Mhm.
and then it will always be there.
Mhm.
You might have to add it back at another time if you're on like another computer, or say you.
Yeah. See, I have it here, but it's already in the wallet. The
Yeah.
dark is. PMW is not going to be here though. I bet if I just do
PMW, you'll have to add it. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's no results found. So what I'll do is I'll go to the
Cool
Pink
sense.
Mist Well here on Deck Screener. And like I said, it doesn't even show up in the search bar here. I mean, prove mom wrong. If you want to send prove mom wrong to Pink Mist Well, he might be confused and be like, I don't even know what we're proving to mom. Yeah, it's so weird. So weird. But I do have the pool. So this is an idea. You can go to clear this. You can go to our Telegram right here, t.me/anti-gravity saga. You just click on these pinned messages. Wait a second. Did I do that on here? Nope. Where did I put that? Did I pin it?
It's at the very bottom. You probably didn't pin it yet.
Yeah, I probably. No, it's not here. I bet you I messed up and I put it on the memes, or I put it on one of the other channels, like one of the other topics. Oh, and this is also from Elizabeth. Check this out.
Yeah, that's something different.
That is cute as hell.
It's cute.
Check DM, awesome winner, general. Yeah, this is bananas. I typed that one. You guys saw me type that, right?
I
Like
saw
I'm
you
not
type
in my
it.
head.
I did, and you put the pool and you put the address to. It's so hard to say. Pink
Mist Whale.
It's so hard.
Yeah, it doesn't roll off the tongue.
It sounds like PMS, but it's PMS.
That's one way to remember. Maybe I didn't hit enter. I do that sometimes. I write tweets and
yeah, you were having a problem with that, and you had to hit control something.
Yeah.
I have it set up so Telegram accepts enter key.
Mm-hmm.
You can change. At least for me, I could change it on my settings.
Yeah, I thought I edited it. Let's just do this. We'll go back here to the pair. Yeah. We'll copy the pair. We're going to put the pair in Telegram. Where are you at? Where are you at? There we go. Okay, so, and this is general. That's where we want it. Paste. There we go. Okay, cool.
And while you're doing that, we do have ST3V3 stash. She's saying, also people can find it on pump.tires, but he's saying it's already launched, but it's still there nevertheless.
Yeah, so this one right there.
But
and
not
shout out to Steve Stash. He's the one that made our coins.
Mm-hmm.
He's a brilliant dude. He's a hell of a tradesman.
Cool.
Like when he showed me his whole minting process, and I was my head was swimming. I couldn't believe all the thought and the skills he's gathered over the decades. It's crazy. Okay, so that's the pair address, pair Addy, and then I'm gonna put the Pink Miss Well contract address in there as well. Okay.
I'm gonna say hi to Thoughtchild Rockwind Walkwild. I know that dude.
So there's the PMWCA. And then I think that's really all we need there, right? Oh, no, we need the Pink Miss Wells address. That's the other thing I put in there so people know who to send it to. So, oh, wrong one. Where are you at? There he is, Pink Miss Well. So I'm going to copy this one, and I'll throw that in our Telegram as well.
Perfect.
Boom. Okay. PM. Oh, what did I just do? There we go. Oh, I hit Control instead of Shift. PMW Addy to send token to. Okay, so you guys are all witnesses that I posted this and I pinned it. So if you go to the pinned messages, you can see these right here. And you can hear my dogs barking because someone just showed up. Let me shut my door real quick. Calm down.
I'm surprised my dog isn't barking back.
Hey, what are you guys doing? All right, good. No, my girls just got back from the cousins. They've been hanging out there all weekend. So anyways, here's all these right here. So if you just go to, if you click on Buy More Dark or go to Pateas, then you're going to click down right here, and then we're going to put the address. We're going to copy and paste this address from here. This is this contract address. So you just want to copy this bad boy.
The token address?
Uh-huh. So this is how you would buy Pink Miss Well.
I thought you did that already and it wasn't there yet. Maybe I couldn't see.
Well, like it's right here. So it's Pateas. So I have to go. No, it had my dark matter, but it didn't have Pink Miss Well.
Oh, there it is.
So here it is. I have to say, yes, I understand it's a very dangerous token and I could lose all my money. And we're let's see how many pulls do I have in here. 91,000. It sounds like a lot, folks, but it is not a lot of money. Well, let's buy 1,000 tokens of it. 4 cents of it. 4 cents of pulse gives us 3,503 Pink Miss Well tokens. I would do more. I'm not being cheap. I just don't have pulse in this address. I have dragon in this address, thanks to.
But we would need a minimum of 1 million pulse to
Correct.
send.
Correct. And I have, like I said, I help with the graduation with it. So I had like 200 million or something like that back in the day for a couple $1,000, and I sent 150 million to him myself. But either way, like this is just where you would buy 1 million, which would be I think around, let's see, 1 million on Pateas.
We determined it was almost like $13.
Yeah, that's. Oh, sorry. I'm doing it in pulse instead of Pink Miss Well. So if I actually change this to,
right.
Does it let you actually do this one?
The button in the center, just press that little button in the center there in between each. Yeah.
Okay,
now
so we want 1 million Pink Miss Well. That's 100,000. So that's 1254. Then we're going to swap it. When you swap it, it keeps the number up top. And so anyways, 1 million pulse right now is $45. But 1 million pulse, $45 gives you 3 million Pink Miss Well tokens. So let's just change this, like I said, to $4 or 45 cents. We're going to send 45 cents. We're going to buy 45 cents of Pink Miss Well.
So like you could do EDI for $13. And that's going to give you about 1 million.
Okay.
PM.
Yeah, that's a lot easier.
Maybe. I mean, then we already know it's about $13. So I mean,
right. So
that would That's how I sometimes double check things, is use eDie.
That's smart. That's so much easier than what I've been doing. I'm gonna write that down.
It does everything
You gotta
differently.
get down here more often and give me tips and tricks. I am lost. Oh yeah, put in PDI or eDie. There we go. Okay, so we got a success. We got 35,000 Pink Mist Well tokens in this wallet now. And so what we're going to do is we'll go to Telegram again. And that's where we can find his address right there. It ends in 8090. We're going to copy that address. We're going to go to Rabby Babby. We're going to send. And then you just hit paste. And then I should add this to contracts, but this is a demo account, so I won't. So anyways, I can do this. It recognizes Pink Mist Well on Rabby, which is something that I don't think would happen on Crappy Mask.
It wouldn't happen on MetaMask, but you could just easily add it right here with that little icon there, the MetaMask icon on the PTS.
Mm-hmm.
And then you would add it simply within.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, to your MetaMask. Like I've been, yeah, I mean, it's real, or to anything. I mean, I know that Rabby's better in that way where you wouldn't have to take that step. But,
Sure, but that's a good tip because Pateus did take care of us with MetaMask.
Correct.
And adding tokens. That is the best way to do it. I'm beginning to think I should be on your stream instead of you being on mine. So anyways, we're gonna sell all this, send all of this to there. Now this is not whitelisted. So you're gonna have to put in your password. And I don't keep a lot of money in this wallet just for the simple fact I do stuff like that. And then we're gonna hit send. And it's gonna be like 0.2 of a penny. We're gonna ignore the warning. And we're gonna sign and we're gonna confirm. And now I just sent 45 cents of Pink Mist Well to the Pink Mist Well. And if we go over here to debank to his address right here, you can see that his amount of Pink Mist Well 271.02. So we'll see the 002 change to like 37 when we refresh it. So we'll refresh it there. And boom, it's already there, 37,000. So that's how you would send it to the Pink Mist Well. And you wouldn't have to DM me any information because I can just go to transactions. And you can see right here. No, that's the last one someone sent. So this hasn't updated yet. But when it updates, it'll show. There it is.
Okay, good.
So right here, like I can click on this right here, and this I can see that I sent 35,000. And I come here, and then I just scroll down to the from address, and that's the demo address right here that I use on stream. So I can just click on. I know who's sending the Pink Mist Well tokens, and based on your guys's. Oh, hey, what's up, Hex T? Based on your guys's votes, apparently you guys can't get enough of that dark. So I will be sending 1 dark token for every 1,000,000 Pink Mist tokens you send there, and you better be fast because as soon as people actually start buying $15 at a time, it is going to increase the price.
Right. So people they need to send 1,000,000 PMWs.
1 million PMWs, and you'll get 1 dark matter token. And with that 1 dark matter token, you can mint 1 NFT and enter the J3 lotteries, which are at this point look like they're going to be so sick that you need to call a veterinarian. Okay.
I don't call veterinarians unless I have.
Good. All right, what's up going tonight, Hex T?
Oh, I just wanted to take an opportunity to say hello to Miss Lady Smo. It's good to hear your voice. You've been active this last weekend and caught up with you on a couple of streams. Appreciate your time.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, Someone's got to teach these old dogs some new trick.
Yeah.
I'm just relaxing right now.
I love it. Steve Stash is basically telling me here, you talk smack about the boomers, but you don't even know these like simple things that Smo's pointing out.
I'm a boomer. No, I'm not. I'm sorry. I just missed it. I'm not a boomer. I never was.
You're at the top of
Apparently I
that.
never will be. I mean, unless I'm a time traveler, huh?
Yeah. 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 I'm a 80s baby myself. So
Oh, okay.
I'm one of those Generation X that experienced the world without the internet. But when the internet came out, we were still young enough to like just learn it, because you weren't going to screw anything up at the beginning of the internet. It was just weird chat rooms and stuff.
Yeah, I
But,
remember.
It was pretty easy when there were 6 web pages.
Yeah, 6. Who's going to need more than 6 web pages, right?
Before the .com boom, and then there was like, there were some dating sites and some interesting stuff like that going on. Remember?
Smo's got some stories.
Oh, remember the cursed word dial up?
Yes.
Oh my lord.
Yeah.
And
My
like you
first
said, if
hack
someone,
was AOL.
yeah,
I
and
had a
if you were,
fake AOL page.
yeah, did you guys go get the CD-ROMs from your neighbors when they mailed out all the CD-ROMs with like 500 free hours of internet?
No, we weren't that poor.
We were. I
We
grew
had
up with
jobs back then.
my parents had 7 kids. If we wanted something, we were doing newspapers and lawnmowers to earn it.
Well,
man.
you were just younger than me. I was like
Mhm.
in my 30s by that time.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I was just having a blast,
Yeah.
You were
Crypto
probably
Cat says
upstairs in your
Netscape.
parents' basement.
Yeah. Bing, bing, bing. You have mail. Yeah, the Stables trick is legit. So Thothschild, he's in it. He's holding that up. Francis Powell, so good to see you, my friend. Hello all. And y'all co-streaming. Gotcha. Oh, I see how it is, Thothschild. You'll jump on Smo's stream, but not mine. I'm just kidding, man. Like, if you guys want to see the greatest creation on the internet, I hope it's still up. You go to Rags to Riches channel, and he has a stream with Thothschild and Thothschild. Help me out here. It was Thothschild and oh my gosh, it wasn't Hexbola. It was another one of the
Eco Builder?
characters. And what's that?
Eco Builder?
No. Much crazier than Eco Builder.
Oh, would it be Richard's brother?
No, it wasn't Richard's brother. Like, I know that Thothschild knows what I'm talking about. But it was Thothschild and
Schuler? Schuler?
No, it's the guy that blocks everyone every month and then like follows them back the next month and blocks everyone each month. I mean, Thothschild does that too. But it was oh my gosh, my brain's gonna explode. Anyway, go there and just look at it. And all Rags did was like present an image and let them respond to it. And it is the craziest 2 hours of stream, and it's insane. It's bananas. It's bananas. I will figure it out and I'll type it in Telegram tonight. But I was at a Burning Man festival and I couldn't leave the trailer because I was so enthralled with what Thothschild and I can see his profile picture. He's got like a hat. He's got like a hat and it's red. Come on. He has some of the most insane tweets. Anyways, I apologize for not knowing what I'm freaking out about. But
Friends with Crypto Kool-Aid?
not Crypto Kool-Aid. No.
Who's he hanging with?
Crypto Kool-Aid is a different kind of a
I
ride.
know. I love him.
Oh my gosh. It was Thothschild stream that I popped my Hexagon streaming cherry. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Yeah, Thothschild, and I'll think about it. I'll put it in the chat. It's just wild. Absolutely wild. Says fine, not gold key, not gold key. Oh, maybe that was the one you listened to. Find it and Pump Out Tires under launch. See, like you guys should be
Gold Key's
streaming.
partner, that one guy, that one dude, the Maximus guy, you know.
Pulse Ray Vision. What's up? No, it wasn't Gold Key or Dip Catcher. It was, oh my gosh. Whatever. I will remember it. I will put it in. Oh wow, how long has this sister been streaming? Love it. Someone will probably put it in chat, but it's, geez Louise, I think they blocked me again. But I'll put it in Telegram for sure. And I'll find like the stream link, and I'll put the YouTube link of it if it's still up.
Yeah, that was some time ago. That was probably 7 months ago.
You will. This was like a year ago, I think. Like you will end up on a government watch list if your IP like
not already.
clicks on. Yeah, no, that's the way it is with rags. Like I used to joke with rags. I'm like, whenever I feel like I'm not on enough government watch lists, I just stream about you or jump in your stream and talking all that brouhaha about freedom.
Got to raise those red flags. Max, when was your first trip out to Burning Man?
When was my first what?
Trip out to Burning Man.
The first trip out to Burning Man was 3 years ago. So it would have been September because it's right around Labor Day, 2022. I think it was 2022.
That must have been just out of this world experience.
Yeah. Well, here's the funny thing. Like during COVID, why did I say the word? Anyways, during that craziness, Burning Man just didn't have a festival for 3 years. Now they accepted millions and millions and millions of dollars of aid from the government, but they didn't have any, events. And so the last year of it, the year before that, which would have been 20 or 21, all the burners were like, screw it, we're just going to go out and do our own Burning Man. And they called it Renegade. And so we went out there, and by the Saturday night, there was easily 10,000 people there. There was a huge drone show in the sky. There were people giving out like grilled cheese, and someone bought like 5,000 In-N-Out burgers and brought them out there and handed them out. It was real Burning Man. Like it was almost like going back in time to like the first Burning Man, where before they got the organization and all the security and tickets and BS. It was magical, but I actually had to go back to truck driving. Like I took time off and went to that, and then I had to finish going back to truck driving after that. And it kind of broke. No, actually that was right after I got out of truck driving, because I got buddies that are like, you've got to come to this festival. And I'm like, I can't experience something that fun and cool and then go back to a wage slave job. It'll break me. And so I literally like put them off for a decade until I could go there and not have to return to the normal world, So no, it wasn't Crypto 7. Oh, jeez. Anyway. Shout out to Steve Stash. This is one of the best ways I can explain dark matter. Here we have a blank silver coin, right? It's just blank right there. It's got fingerprints on it, but that's it right there. That's just a blank silver coin. This is like dark matter. It has value because it's silver, and people use silver for jewelry and medical devices, electronics, right? So silver has a value just by being useful.
Yeah, spot price is about $32.50 today.
Holy cow! So
I know.
So once you mint your fuel cell into an NFT, it's like when it gets stamped in the press, right? Now it's unique, and there's only it's limited and scarce because there's only so many that are minted in each of the 33 journeys. So basically, when you take dark matter and you mint a fuel cell, you're giving it a specific value, right? So if we had like a date or a year stamped on here, then it would be a limited edition, right? And basically that's what you're doing. Now, when you turn it into an NFT, it gets you into the 3 lottery drawings of that journey. And whether it wins or not, it turns into a piggy bank. And your piggy bank gets the dark dropped into it every 45 days. Sometimes it's just a shaving, sometimes it's more, but for now it's just a little shaving that gets in there every 45 days. And what it's going to happen is the treasury is going to swell, and then it's going to deplete over time. And so, but it'll always pay you this basically forever. Like at some point it might not even be worth the fee to scrape, depending on the price of Pulse, but it's going to pay that forever until you break that. And the only way to get the dark matter out of the piggy bank or the NFT is to vaporize it and destroy it forever. And once it's destroyed forever, your shavings go into other people's piggy banks who didn't vaporize their fuel cell. I wish I knew magic tricks and I could just pull this out of Hex T's ear or something. Be like, was this in your ear? Is this your card? So thank you very much, Steve Stash. Like we have the copper ones here. These are actually blank on one side too, but the other ones that we have that we've been given out at Panama and other places, they have the AG logo on the other side. But just absolutely like some of the coolest stuff that I've seen. Very, very cool. Thank you. Thank you very much, Steve, for being part of the community. In fact, a lot of people have been reaching out and trying to hit up Steve to make their coins, and I don't think he wants to. So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Santa Claus. Yep, it was Santa Claus. No, it wasn't Santa Claus. Hey, Thothchild Rockwin. Yeah, he's saying hi. It's gonna be like a rodent 9 at an electrical cord until I can think of who the heck that was. Oh my gosh. Yeah, when I tell you guys, you'll be like, oh yeah, that's insane. That I was waiting for the universe to implode when those two were having a conversation. Oh my gosh. Thothchild, if you're listening, who in the heck was it that you had that interview with on Rags to Riches channel that was just it's very unique. I'll put it that way. It's very, very unique.
Was it the European dude?
No, he didn't. No, he's. I think he lives down in like Louisiana or something. He lives like by some train tracks or something weird. Like he always had these insane stories. Maybe that's Thothchild I'm thinking of, but there's another one that just had the craziest stories, absolutely nuts. And we used to stream with him and stuff. I'll put it in the Telegram tonight. Trap G. It was Trap G. Trap. But yeah, it was Trap Gravity. Trap Gravity and Thothchild went the rounds for, I think it's like 2 hours. And it's one of the most fascinating things I've ever listened to. Trap Gravity. See, Mix AJA Soul knows. Throw the link in if you can find the link, but that was something that we'll never see again, I don't think.
I guess it's definitely worth the price of admission then, the way you're talking it up.
Yeah, it's definitely worth sitting through a couple of YouTube ads. I'll tell you that. It is entertaining as hell. But then again, as unique and bizarre as Trap Gravity and Thothchild are in the way that they think and the way they do things, there's a lot of some really deep stuff that they hint at, they talk about. It's fascinating. But I digress. That
sounds like a song, like a music song. Easily anyone could make that into a nice classic right there.
Yeah. Well, I was listening to the Shit Show's music podcast stream. Was that earlier today?
Yeah, 9 o'clock. Smo was there.
Yeah, Smo was there, and it was really, really good. This just in: Trap Gravity marries Dorothy after chasing the hurricane. I love it. Yeah, no, just bananas. Now that I've got XT, I didn't get to ask you the other night when I was talking, and I want Smo's take on this too. I asked Crispy Man and John Crypto Compassion, what effect does that evil address scrape have on your plans now for dark matter?
Well, I'll go first if you don't mind, Smo. I need some DCA money right now. I mean, I'm good. Max, I got scammed a couple of times.
Yeah.
Building my bags and pulse chains. So that's my fault. I take full accountability for it. Water under the bridge. But I finally am able to have my wife kind of listen in to our streams and kind of looking at the wallet, seeing it go up, see it go down. But to get to the point, could I go out and put another $1,000 in? Yes. Would it be smart? No. But I'm about ready to get my allowance from my better half. Probably another $150 in the next couple of weeks, and I will definitely. What's the price of dark right now? Is it still mid-20s, or did we drop again?
No, we're down like at $15.
Yep. But I got those
1478.
But I got those juicy 5 J2s that are eligible for this big payout.
Mm-hmm.
Scraping at $1.07 a time and seeing that number go up. I'll probably, and I haven't had a chance. I need another 400,000 Pink Mist Weld to pay my homage, which I'm looking to do. But I'm going to be so happy, even if I don't win. Believe it or not, I'm praying I do, because I'd really like to just post it all over social that, hey, look at even this old dude can get lucky once in a while. I'm scraping not just for my benefit, but just for the benefit of the project. How fun it's going to be to see 13, 14, 15 maybe darks, and then we get a pump. That I'm hoping that the winners that are just trying to recover and just trying to learn the value of being patient. I hope we get some positive feedback that, wow, this little icing on the cake really, really changed my mind about not just crypto, but what a crypto community can do to celebrate, our victories and wrap our arms around, when things go south. I can't believe that someone would finance this, but B, the potential for a week, maybe 2 weeks, to just draw eyes to the project. I'm praying that someone that really needs some help and really needs a win, gets on there and lets us know as a community that this is different. This isn't just a game. It goes beyond tangible material. It gets into that realm of really collectively bringing people all over crypto, and even new crypto entrepreneurs, or the term it's eluding me now, but I'm excited. I'm excited to celebrate the joy that this next drawing could bring to a lot of people. It's exciting.
Awesome. I'm glad we had that had a positive effect on you, whether you win or not. That's a very noble way to look at it, especially in crypto. Yeah, thanks. Smo, what were you thinking when you're like, okay, so we can roll this lottery, possibly just continue rolling it, and continually taking. I mean, granted, the evil address is got this huge advantage, but we can continue like giving people a chance of it spilling over into someone who's minted 1, 2, or 3 fuel cells. Oh, hey, real video.
No,
Hey,
Wrong button.
I pressed the wrong button.
we love you, Smo.
We love you, Smo.
Okay, so yeah, that was a hard one there for me, because I am in bed. as you could see, and it's like
No, you
I
look
ate a lot of
comfy.
chocolate today. I mean, I really did fill up myself with some good dark chocolate, of course, but I eat it
Yeah.
every day. I don't go a day without it, but
Mhm.
I did 3 times what I usually do. But I just feel really sorry for those people that use like Robinhood and Coinbase, and they don't really get out and discover new things and new territories and places where, we have these mystery boxes. And at the very of all this going on, there's a car, there's an automobile that people can win. And you never know, maybe you might have a hood on it that's like a NFT, like
Yeah,
that
that'd
somebody
be sick.
like maybe like anybody had actually created the art that's on the hood of the car, like you guys were talking last night. It was really good. I'm not even done listening to last night's. So I'm just saying, for those people out there that are no corners, if there is one, you're missing out if you're not getting started. And all you got to do is DCA, just like Hex T. Armstrong said, DCA into dark and find your way and learn, and we'll help you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. That's very thoughtful. That you're thinking about people that only know crypto for its gambling or speculative aspects that people know about, like get rich quick, double, front run people, get in first, get out first. Yeah, it's too bad that they haven't experienced something like Hex or Dark or PTGC. You know what I mean? And be like, wow, that you can program money to do cool things. Kate Feger says, God bless you, Hex T. Armstrong. God bless you, Kate Feger.
Yeah, thanks, brother.
The good thing is airdroppers can't win. This one you had to mint. That's really interesting. Like, granted, if they did take their 2 tokens or 10 tokens, whatever they got, and they did mint, then they would be winning another almost 15 tokens. It's like 14.91 is what the 1,945 winners are going to get each. And then, like I said, most of that half of that's probably going to go to the evil address based on the law of averages, and can be rolled into the first lottery of Journey 3. So, like I said earlier, yeah, because right now, without whales and without participation, there's going to be about 1,000 tokens in the first drawing just from the evil address alone, not from anyone else participating. But now we could be rolling 15,000 on top of that payout, and incentivize as many people that haven't heard of the project or hear about it and have dark and they don't know what to do. We're really, giving people that carrot to practice delayed gratification and, mint that piece of silver into a piggy bank. Who knows?
Yeah, and Max, a couple things. I mentioned spot price $32.50. That's a pretty good price. But remember, that spot price could be $18 in 2 months. But when we use the analogy of the NFT, yeah, that token's going to go up. That dark matter is going to go down. But that NFT is going to be drip, 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 growing, like you said, until wherever this journey, this odyssey that we're all on. So, talk about an appreciating asset, for something to really think about.
Yeah. It kind of challenges the way you think about value and energy. Energy is something that I know you understand, where like you can create energy, and usually if there's a place for the energy to go, it's going to go there. Just like air pressure or water, it's going to find the path of least resistance, right?
Nature abhors a vacuum. Something will be sucked into it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a word for that, like observing. When you're observing, that's where there's like a technical word for it, where they shoot those balls and then it goes into those holes. But
the double slit experiment.
I think that's it. Yeah. That's
yeah. energy changes based on whether it's being focused on or not.
Hmm.
It's because of the observation.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
the
So,
collective.
yeah, the observer is affecting everything that they're observing.
Correct.
And
And that's all anybody needs to know. No, just kidding.
well, no, it's we said this on last night's stream. Like, attention is the most scarce resource right now. It's not food, it's not time, it's not water, it's not money, it's attention. You know, we as
Yeah.
human beings have built up, like, covered our needs, our basic hierarchy of needs. We've covered most of those. Most people have, and it's really attention that everyone's trying to get these days. You know. And they use dopamine to get that attention. So if we can get someone's attention with their dopamine receptors in their brain, and they stick around long enough to find out that there's value in sticking to something and joining a community, then we can change people's view on a lot of other things, I think.
That's so good. It's not even deep,
Mhm.
really. You know? I mean, you would think it's deep, but it's not, because it makes so much sense, you know, that everyone understands, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I think the other thing that we thought of was it's a lot easier to practice delayed gratification if you get a little, like a scratch. If you can scratch that itch just a little bit, let's say you win the lottery and you just go dump those tokens and get $200 or $300 in your account, and you can say, "Hey, honey, see, it's real." Like, if you can do that, it's a lot easier to keep your hands off the vaporize button, because you've got just a little bit of that satisfaction of what you're going for with the dopamine hit. And so for people that, mint as many as they can, they're 1 in 20 chance is pretty good. It's
Real Hexicans are already practiced that. So it's
Mhm.
easy for them to even understand now. Before I became a Hexican, I was already staking. I mean, I staked Link before Link had a user interface. So,
Whoa.
yeah. So,
I
I
didn't even know you could stake Link.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Link, or was it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
Mhm.
Anyways, Chainlink. So what I'm trying to say here is that, yeah, the Hexicans already know what that's all about. So they've already been practicing, you know, and the feeling that they get when they're, you know, walking in that way, they want more of it, because it's a beautiful feeling to have. It's just like, if you're like, say you met someone, there's so much treasure in that someone that you met, you know, that maybe you want to meet them more. And that's you're waiting to learn more from them, but you don't want to push too hard, or, you know, maybe, you know, it's just somebody you're like so totally in, you know, just things like that, right? Like, I don't know, just like we were talking about, I think it was us that were talking about addictions and stuff like that. Because one thing Hex did for me is, you know, a lot of my addictions are gone. And that's just because of what because my T-share is being staked out that long. And that word that you're using there, those 2 words that you use that are just so important is, you know, what are those words? You know, patiently waiting, or what is the
Delayed
word?
gratification.
Yeah, delayed gratification.
Excuse me.
Too much chocolate. It's really cool. Think about delayed gratification for so many different things, that it really works for you. And that's what this is, you know, and it's just another layer now on top of my, you know, my 555s, my 45s, you know.
Ocho Cinco, baby. Yeah, it changes the way, but then, like, when you share that with a community and you hit that feeling of belonging, not being alone.
Correct.
And then when we're persecuted, to use a somewhat religious term, and we fight those battles together, there's that trauma bonding. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
we have all trauma bonded over the SEC, the Interpol, just a whole bunch of stuff just raining down on our head constantly. It's made us stick together a lot tighter. Sometimes it breaks us apart, but usually when the bull run comes around, it's like a family reunion where everyone kind of like gets
You mean
along a lot
Rackham?
better.
Like we're trauma bonding with Rackham or Rectum or whatever, if it's
Yeah.
even him.
They, I just want to kind of redirect this to, sir. We've got 3 people here that could trade war stories, and those are good. They're. I hope that anybody listening here, I don't care what age group, I don't care if you're 14 and you're listening to some warriors talk about scars, or your 20s, 30s, 40s. Every generation brings something to the table. Some of my best days at work, even when I became accomplished, maybe I was confident in my trade craft, it was so refreshing to get a young or even someone older than me. I've actually had apprentices that electrical trade was their second or third job, 20-year vets on retirement, bored, just wanting to get out of the house and do something constructive. But the perspective of what we call the new eyes onto anything is where a lot of growth happens. I heard the term Bitcoin, I laughed it off because I didn't understand Bitcoin. I understand mutual funds. I understand compound interest. I understand the value of real estate because that's the world I live in. It's the world I created. It's the world I built. But I didn't, no one really taught me other than balancing a paycheck. And I had great parents. I had great grandparents that helped raise me. So I learned the value of saving young, but it's so hard to do in this day and age. And let me just put this in perspective. So I went to Boeing. I left the tools. I went to Boeing. Did everything I really wanted with the company. God opened some doors for me because I was. I started. February. Was it February? It was 2013 or anyway. So I'd only had to, at that point in time, almost 20 years in electrical trade. I was journeyed out. I had plenty of work, and back in 2013, as a commercial wireman, I was knocking down easily 89,000 with overtime, almost cracking 100,000. But I got bored. It kind of got monotonous. So then, I always thought, man, I need to try this maintenance because there's been this persona about Boeing. You go to Boeing and it's out of this world, and it is. It is completely. There's no connection to reality if you're not part of the Boeing family. If you've had family members or a good friend that's been in aerospace, even a third tier contractor working for the Boeing company, aerospace is a community unto itself. Now I'm going to land a plane. So I spent there 5 years, had a lot of fun, did everything I wanted, had the keys to the kingdom. I was the guy that could keep the lights on. And I also shut them off one time, but that's a different story. But then I went back to the tools. I left. I went back to the tools for a while, and I was on a school project that was struggling, and I had 3 just stud electrical apprentices, and they were all in their mid-20s. And it took me a while, because I'm the new guy, even though I come in, I'm the journeyman. But these, they kind of talk amongst themselves, and then I break the ice, and all of these guys are living with 3 other roommates or their girlfriend and the girlfriend's brother. And I realized, oh my gosh, just how out of reach financial freedom is. However, so I'm not in crypto. Then I get in the trucker strike. I get caught up in that FCT. Because I really, at that time, it wasn't about me. It was just, could I learn how to do it? My whole goal was, could I buy this crap on my phone, and could I actually send it to somebody? And I learned how to do it. It was cool. It was a skill. It was a challenge. I wasn't there to make any money or whatnot. But then along comes pulse chain, and I saw the ability to roll back cryptocurrency to get in at the bottom, which is where you've got to do no matter what you invested. You've got to enter somehow, whether it's a $10 a week or it's $100 a paycheck, whatever. It's all different, and that target moves as you're blessed with some extra money, or it moves down. You know, when you got other competing expenses in your life. But I saw this here as, wait a minute. Okay, I've got a chance to roll back the EVM machine. I don't have to try to go in and leverage a bunch of capital on something I barely even know about. And so that December, I think, is the first time, I can't even remember, but the first time I listened to RH on a stream that it was entertaining. I knew exactly what his shtick was. I knew I could look right into his eyes and understand exactly what he was trying to do. He was trying to do everything he could to reach as many people just to capture that attention. You hit it, that attention. And his tone, his comedy, his shtick, and his seriousness, and his antics. What he's doing is he's pouring his life through this medium of social media to capture attention. And it was the first time that I didn't think I was being sold anything. I thought I was being educated about a product. And that's what got me excited again about crypto.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that, because like a lot of us, Hex-Ray Chick, your shirt is awesome. Thanks, Hex-Ray Chick. A lot of people, us that have been in crypto for a while, we forget the learning curve, right? Just like you forget the learning curve of your trade until a new kid comes on site, a greenhorn, a worm, whatever you want to call them in your industry, and they like ask these very what stuff that you take for granted, stuff that's intuitive at this point for you, like a second nature. They ask a question and you're like, oh, well, yeah, sorry, I didn't even think about that step. I didn't even think about explaining the wallet or explaining security and how this works or whatever. We take it for granted because we went through that, learning that part of the language, so to speak. And so to hear your conversion of like, and if for people that don't know, the FTC, is it FTC?
Yeah, Freedom Token Coin.
Freedom Token Coin.
Yeah, and then it went to the Go Freedom. They tried to relaunch it and try to get it back off the ground in the Go Freedom. And I've got both. I just like the fork on EVM. I've got both copies of both coins. They're worthless, but I still have them in my MetaMask wallet.
But that goes back to Richard Hart talking about getting rid of middlemen. How middlemen are, for the most part, a drain on the energy and a drain on the system. And the banks shut off the donations people were sending into the truckers that were, protesting all the crap that was being shoved down their throat. And so they started using Bitcoin and other coins to fund the truckers and cut out the middleman and do it with no permissions, right?
Well, it was even a shame that GoFundMe, not GoFundMe. What's the Christian? Was it GoFund? No, there's another one that was an actual Christian-based crowd sharing fund, and they got scared. And even though they were funding them all the way to when the convoy was converted into Ottawa, and then when they got to Ottawa, someone pulled enough lever. Oh, what's the name of that organization? It's a great organization. It's not GoFundMe. I'll think about it. But yeah, I mean, they completely cut off everything. And I don't know if you watched any of the videos, but what's his name? Let's go. What's his name? But they would do the videos where they had the jerry cans and they were empty, but they were crisscrossing through the stream, and which ones were full, which ones are empty, because that's what they had to do. They had to resort to so much high school antics to try to beat stayed at their own game, and for the most part, they were really, really successful because they believed in the cause.
Yeah, yeah, it's one of those times where crypto shines, and this people realize the need for this technology to be used if we want to keep our freedoms. You know, so I just wanted to give people the background on that if they hadn't heard of that. Patrick, so it's settled. 1 million Pulse Pink Mist Well tokens sent to 8090 gets you 1 dark. Yes, it is. I didn't want to do. I love giving away fuel cells because they're delayed gratification, right? Like if you dump a fuel cell, it's really not going to hurt the price. But dark, yeah, because most of the people that are sending dark, or sorry, sending PMW to the Pink Mist Well to say thanks, a lot of them are addicted to minting. So I guess, like I said, it's I'll agree to that. So I'll go back and I will send 1 dark matter for every 1 million Pink Mist Well tokens that you send to the Pink Mist Well address, and those are all in our Telegram. If you guys have any questions, and you don't accidentally send the prove mom wrong to to him. So that's good. Yeah, Pink Mist Well logo is now on DeBank. Awesome. I actually haven't seen this. I actually haven't been this enthusiastic about an asset set. Hex and AG project is even more fun. RH disciplined me to become a holder. I will always be grateful for him for that, not just Hex. Yeah, I agree. Thank you very much. So it's settled. And I think someone that hit me up in my DMs had already sent 20 million PMW to the Pink Mist Well when the price was really low. So they just got a hell of a deal on some dark. But then again, they're probably going to mint so. And even if you don't, even if you buy an air fryer, we still love you. Crypto is about freedom. And once you send someone a token, it's none of your business what you do with it after that.
Hey, Max.
Yeah.
What if I, since we're in the art of the deal, and we're in here where we're all friends and whatnot. Oh, and I got one other question too. Do you realize you're the first person that ever followed me? And I wonder if you can remember hitting that button. What was it about my persona out of the blue that decided for you to hit that follow button?
Well, your name's Hex T. Armstrong.
Well, yeah, but I came up that
got your foot in the door right away.
Yeah.
And then you mentioned something about freedom. Yeah, I'm sure it was freedom based. And I was like, yep, he's on our team. This is our guy. I'm pretty sure that's most likely. And did I tweet out thank you for the follow as well? Yes. I try to do that to people that I align with. I might follow someone back because they got a big audience, but if they're putting crap in their feed, I won't give them a shout out. But if they're one of our community and I'm following you, I'll almost always tweet, thank you for the follow. So
that I had a little leg up. So my given name is Jason H.T. Armstrong.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And everyone always asks me, well, what's the H.T. stand for?
Yeah.
And I tell them, H.T. unless you really want to hear the story. But there is a story behind how I ended up with 2 initials. But, I saw all these creative handles, but I wanted to come up with a handle that was easy, but was also personal. So Hex T comes from my middle name. My middle initial is HT.
Awesome. Also, so it worked just fine for you.
What's that?
It worked out just fine for you having those initials.
Well, yeah. That now I know why I got stuck with the 2 initials. They actually it actually came to some sort of positive outcome.
Yeah. And I liked X-ray vision, Hex-ray vision. It just sounded cool to me. Anyways, I thought Hex-ray vision in the girls' locker room was hilarious. I thought that I was rolling on the ground laughing, and thank God for my wife, because she was like, drop the end of that. Just do Hex-ray vision. Don't do Hex-ray vision in the girls' locker room. That's so sophomoric. And I'm really glad I listened to her, mostly because it saved me a ton of money on printing, first of all. And that's it's like Hexiest Man in the World. That is a long handle,
Yes.
right? So anyways,
So-
shout out to
so-
Hexway Chick.
Yeah. Going back to the art of the deal. What if I sent? Is it the 8090 address?
Mm-hmm.
What if I sent him a dark? Could I get a J1 fuel cell? Just for posterity.
Ooh. So,
Just
for
putting,
people
just floating that out there. Just floating that out there.
yeah. If you send a dark fuel cell to 8090, I'll send you a J1 fuel cell.
Okay, you got it. You got it,
Easy.
brother. You got it. I'll send that tonight.
All right, I'm writing all this shit down.
Wow.
I will forget it.
Yeah, write it down.
One dark matter to pink Miss Well equals one J1 fuel cell.
Okay, here's some alpha. So that just came up, and I'm comfortable with my brother Max and Lady Smo. Everybody, I'm comfortable with just having these conversations because Max could shut me down, and I'd still love him because he's my brother. And but I'm sitting on I'd say at least 5 darks at 1250. I scooped them up, hint, nod, wink, wink. So trading 12.5 USD for a J1 rookie card. Now that's a deal I can get behind.
Yeah, because I've mentioned this on stream before, but when we were working with our programmers and our devs, they said, "Hey, we have a serious problem." And I was like, "Whoa, what's going on? What is it?" They said, "Well, we did the math. We did the math on the evil address, and if people mint in Journey 1, they only end up with like 2.8 or 2 to 3 dark." And I was like, "That's amazing." And they're like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, there's a fixed supply of this, right? Like if we squeeze the balloon, like we want to squeeze the balloon, can you imagine giving up 1 Bitcoin and then getting 3 back a decade later? Or even 4 years later? 4 years later, you get 3 back? Are you going to be mad that on the next cycle you have 3 times as many Bitcoin? No, you're going to be like, "Oh my gosh, I got 3 Bitcoin. I gave up 1 for 3. Like easy math." Randy Larsky put it so well. I didn't even think about this. He goes, "Listen, this is like a 4-year project. This is long term. If I give up 1 dark matter right now, and in a year or 2 or 3, I get 1.5 back, and the price just stays the same. That's a 50% return on my money." He's like, "Do you know how hard people work for a 50% return on their money?" And I thought, wow, what a great way to under promise and undersell, like just the simple math of it. And so, yeah, I like the way you're thinking because you are, yeah.
Now I put some thought into that just because I wanted to make sure I could nudge you a little bit in the right direction because you said something key. Giving tokens, great, and this is not financial advice, and you have the right to do with your property. You have the freedom to do. But remember what we're trying to do here, kids, and myself included. I'm just an older kid. We're trying to teach the value of your future self and financial freedom. That's the goal. Just remember, that's the goal. And if Max, and I take him at his word, he'll send me that J1 rookie card. Now I've got another fuel cell, but I've got one of the original. I came to the party too late. In fact, ironically, 2 of my 5 mints say J1 on them, but they're obviously J2. I've got the astronaut. I got that poster right back there.
Yeah.
But to actually get one to show up with that J1 dark matter AG gravity rookie card, to me, that would be worth everything I've invested so far. And I haven't really invested anything because I'm passionate about this. And, you know, you hit me up in Telegram, Max, and getting to know each other. It's first, like, I want to respect his privacy. You know, I don't want to be like I'm riding his coattails. I don't want to be a first follower or a friend with a first mover, but I needed to get to a first mover just to educate myself. And Max, I can't, you and Crypto Compassion and Don and, you know, just even Crispy Man, you know, I put some things in chat thinking, oh, you know, maybe this is a question that I'm really asking for someone that is afraid to ask. And the response I get is not like, well, that was dumb. You know, that was that's so, you know, last year. It's the fact that they'll stop and actually mull over a possible good point, or maybe a fundamental point that needs more thought. And I appreciate that about this whole community.
Yeah, that is a really good point about not just obviously anti-gravity, but the larger pulse chain community. Like, yeah, there's some wild, crazy, rude people, just like anywhere, but the majority of people, like, if they know you're asking a question and you want to know, they're more than happy to take time out of their stream or their day and answer it in Telegram. Like, most of the questions in Telegram, I don't answer anymore. I started off answering all of the questions, and then Red Squirrel got in there, and now you're in there, and Don's in there, Patrick's in there. Patrick was asking a lot of questions at the beginning too, like a lot of questions, and I was just happy to have them and happy to answer them, because I'm sure 50 or 100 other people have the same question, right? And so now, like, by the time I check the message on my phone or my laptop, someone else has already gone in and usually done a better job explaining it than I do. Like a more simple and direct way of answering questions than me and Don, because we're in the forest, right? We're deep in the forest, and we're like, we have a hard time just speaking English at this point.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna say good night and I love you, everybody. I'm gonna hop on my dedicated crypto machine. Another tip that does not have Telegram, that does not have social media. I'm gonna go ahead and send that dark over to my Patreon, Mr. Pink Mist Well.
So when I started my channel, I would go to Best Buy or the electronic stores, and I would say, what's your cheapest laptop? And there was usually something like this, like an old Dell, or I got an Asus here, and they'd sell these for like $100 to $150. And I would say, what if I buy 10 or 20 of them? Like, how many do you got in stock? And they'd look it up, and they'd be like, oh, we got like 10 or 15. And I say, I'll take them all.
Yep.
I'll take them all.
Yep.
And when people, you know, I won't name names, but when people take time out of their life to really come and try to learn this new technology, I just give these away. I just say, hey, I know you've already got a laptop. I know you've already got a phone. Trust me, there's so much shit on that thing. You do not want to try it. When people say I got this on my phone, it gives me cold chills, because I've just seen so many people lose tens of thousands and millions of dollars through SIM swaps or other things, or exchanges. Exchanges are usually where people lose all their money. And so I tell them, look, I'm going to give you this. Just promise me you're not going to use it for anything but crypto. Like, yeah, you can hook up like a anonymous email or something to it, like Proton. Like, go ahead and do that, and give them minimal personal information on it, and just use it for just crypto. And because it was given for that purpose, they almost all of them, as far as I know, just use it for that. And it makes me feel a lot better. Now, granted, there's a hardware wallet and other things you can go to, but just starting with just a clean laptop is a huge thumbs up. And what does your shirt say? Everyone's looking at, may the luck be with you. Wow. And you know that Lux is what the parts of dark matter are called, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yep,
Yes.
Luck and Luxite. So
Yes.
so anyways,
Got
like
Yoda. That's Yoda in the center there, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
I love Yoda.
so
All right.
anyway.
I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. I'm gonna keep my word because I'm a man of my word. I've learned the value of that too. Your word is my word is my bond. You know that's cliche, but I tell you what, that's the real true currency right there.
Wow, I couldn't have put it better. It's totally agree.
Yeah,
I was
love you
going to
guys.
that a half hour
Really
ago, then Hex
appreciate
T
your
started talking and I'm hooked.
Yeah.
That's what we'll get you. We'll get you one way or another, Cabe. In fact, I'm going to end this show by playing the Evil Address song and the Evil Address video. If someone wants to follow you on Twitter, it's at Hex T Armstrong, correct?
No, I'm not. It's Jason something something something. But if you just search like on Google or whatever Opera Hex T Armstrong, you'll see my Jason 587385541. It'll be tied to that Hex T Armstrong moniker.
Yeah. And
Why
we
don't
can
you
find you in
put
our
it in
Telegram
the
group as well.
put it in
Sorry,
the
go ahead.
chat room? Hex T Armstrong. Put in your handle.
Yeah, type your handle into the comments. And you can also find him on our Telegram, right? Under Hex T Armstrong.
Yes.
Yeah. On YouTube, in fact, on YouTube, it won't be the Twitter, but even if you just search XT Armstrong on Twitter, I'll come up and you'll see Pulseways following me. I've got Red following me. Wilhelm, you know you've made it when Von Grutzen has followed you. I even got a Prairie Banana follow this weekend. Can you dig that?
Oh my gosh. Oh, he hasn't shown it. Well, I like I said, I think it's like 2 a.m. where Red Squirrel is because that's the only time he sleeps. I swear he gets up like a dairy farmer at like 4 or 5 in the morning, wherever he's at, and then like he's there like it's weird like hours. Sometimes earlier in the day he'll be like, finally you're streaming at a decent hour. And I'll be like, well, that's just because everything went well. Like you can tell how good my day's going by what time I stream. If I stream at like 9 or 10, my day, I'm kicking ass. I've already been to the gym. I've already taken care of some stuff and everything's smooth. If I'm streaming now, there's something going on and I'm like trying to put out fires and fix stuff. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, I've got to stream. I've got to talk to my community. I gotta be here.
I got to put a disclaimer. I do not know the inner workings behind crypto. I don't know the chefs cooking up some of this great, these fantastic projects. But it's sure been fun to meet them and interact with them, and realize that at the end of the day, it gets just down to locking arms and building a community around a common interest like crypto.
Yeah, I appreciate that. That's great. Going great. And then of course Smo Spider is everywhere. She's not as I don't even know what to call it. I call Red Squirrel the Holy Spirit. He's everywhere and he's nowhere at once. He's just omniscient, right? And I would say that Smo Spider.
Just a second. Hold on.
Wait a second.
Okay, go ahead.
No, you're good. Are you just throwing your handle in chat?
Well, now in X, how do I see messages? Because I want to copy the CA for Pink Miss Well, but I think I can get it off Gecko Terminal, right?
You might be able to.
Yeah, because I'm holding tokens, so it should bring up the. Oh no, I need the address.
Yeah, if you go to tires.pump.
Yeah. Okay.
That one is, you can see where it graduated.
Yes.
You can sort by graduated or funding or whatever.
No, just
in our Telegram. We had it in our Telegram.
Yeah, I know, but I'm gonna have to email it over to me.
Yeah.
But I can't see the.
You can't see the Pink Mistwell
No,
contact
I
address?
can't see the text. I can't see the chat
Oh, okay.
because I'm actually on YouTube, but that's okay. I'll get it figured out. I'll get it figured out.
All
Go
right.
ahead and get the outro.
If you don't, then just put it up and Telegram will help you.
Okay.
Brightlight says red squirrel is omni squirrel. LOL. That's a good way to put it. Yeah, I like that. But Smo Spider is a close second to red squirrel. She's everywhere. She's all over. I love this. Kate Figor. Oh, I'm so used to screen sharing. I'm thinking you guys are seeing everything that I'm seeing. But anyways, Smo Spider is a big part of the King Pui Queen Pui project. And so check her out there on stream and in comments everywhere. Follow her I think you're at Smo Spider just about everywhere, aren't you?
Actually, yeah, everywhere. I am Smo Spider everywhere, even places you'd never know.
Interesting. We'll get into that another time, but I am going to present my screen here, and we're going to go find that video from Red Squirrel and Kate Figor and a bunch of other cool people. And we're going to go outro on the evil address right here. Let's see here. Submissions for art. I think it's under submissions for art. It might be under memes, but whoa.
Whoa, what are those? My
Whoa.
gosh. Who did those?
B. I'm not sure who B is, but B is dropping some bright light. This is Ray.
Oh,
Ray's
Bright
dropping
Light.
some sick art. Whoa.
Way to go. Red
Okay,
Ray
we're loving that.
57 Bright Light. That's Red Ray
Yeah.
57. He does Wednesday evenings. YouTube in the United States, it's around, I think, 9 p.m. But he has a really great stream as well. Wow, that's good, Bright Light, if he's here still.
Yeah, for sure. And again, Cape was laughing. He's like, it's right here. He says it's Zephyr's video. So it is Zephyr's video, and Zephyr did a lot of this, but I know that some of this art was from Red Squirrel, and some of it was from Smo. And actually, Aaron Spencer as well did that. So here we go, kids. Want to play this.
Hey, Max, can you drop the 8090 address in the chat so I can grab it off YouTube?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's right here.
Please and thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. So here's copied, and I'll put this in the chat right here. Boom.
That's Armstrong.
Hey,
He's
thanks,
gonna
guys.
study the blockchain tonight.
Yeah. So here's Bright Light. Thanks, guys.
Got it.
No, thank you very much. Got it? Okay,
Yeah.
Good. All right, then we're going to close on this song, and I've still got a half hour of pickleball that I can go catch up on, so wish me luck on my backstroke. Okay, I didn't know. Well, big thanks and shout out to all those who contribute to the video. Yeah, the collaboration in this, I've never seen people so willing to just add their talent to a project without demanding credit. And I try really hard to give credit where credit's due, but this community is more like a family. And so thank you guys very, very much. And here it is. This is the Evil Address song by Cape, and some video and art from the community.
I'll be stealing from you in the dead of night. Call Nova, you fool. Give up this fight. You can't beat me. I'm your master, dark matter. I demonize this realm, and the fuel cells will be mine. 'Cause you cannot fight me, excuses you feel. I hold the dark matter in great quantities. I am its ruler, yours as well. And if you try to fight me, you're going to hell. Your arm is not big enough. My darkness expels your light. Come on, cold Noah, give up this fight. I know that with your cell, eventually I'd wash out your army's blood in my galaxy. I cannot be beaten, I will not wane. And I'll sip on your blood like it was champagne. I am dark matter, and I wait for you in the dark to seize your last breath and put out your spark.
My goodness, I will sip your blood like it was champagne. Those are some twisted lyrics, and we love them. Anyways, love you guys, and we will catch you tomorrow. Come into Telegram if you have any questions or things. And thanks again to Hex T Armstrong and Smo for stopping by. And very interesting deal that Hex T has made for you guys.
Are you still streaming?
Yeah, I'm still streaming.
I love your shirt. Your shirt is the best shirt I've ever seen.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's my fault, Heck Ray Chick. It's all my fault.
No, it's okay. I've just been playing pickleball the whole time, so it's fine.
I was just about to run over there.
He didn't notice I was gone. No, only 8.
Okay.
We stayed longer to play.
Okay.
Oh, you smell good.
Yeah, I always smell good. All right. Love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, don't forget AG